What's up with it? Y'all already know what it is, and you know what to do. There you go, talking that boxing again. When you come in the building, smash on that like button and let me know you in the building. Yeah. All right, we definitely gonna cook today. Y'all know it's finna get crazy today. Y'all read the title, what the show finna be about, and y'all already know it's finna get crazy today. John Kramer, what's happening with it? Salute. Johnny Q, what it do? He say, there you go, talking that boxing again. James Blackwell in the building. What's happening with it? Yeah, like I said, when y'all come in the building, smash the like button, jump in the comments, let me know y'all in the building. Yeah. Yeah. James Jones in the building. You know what I'm talking about? Sweet James Jones. What's happening with it? Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. We finna cook today. So when you come in the building, make sure that you let me know you in the building. Darius Green, yeah, I know I was on mute. I had put it on mute on purpose. Seattle Boxer Talk in the building. What's happening with it? Cortez Bowles, what it do? Steven Styles, what's happening with it? Yeah, that boy EJ in shape and he can fight right now if he wanted to. Yeah, he can fight right now if he wanted to. The Cow 03, what's happening with it? But, hey, let me give Bud his props too. Let me give Bud his props too, because I know I ain't even seen Bud, but I know Bud is some shape too. Right? Darius Green, what's happening with it? Anthony Johnson, what it do? Bradley Miles, what's happening with it? Yeah. Yeah, we got a lot. We got some good fights this weekend. You know what I'm saying? We got some good fights this weekend. Real talk. Um, Hold on real quick, y'all. Give me real. Let me take this call real. All right. Let me see. Uh, David Burkins, what's happening with it? Salute. Yeah, like I said, y'all hit the like button. We got some dope fights this weekend, though, for real. Shit, you got Frank Martin. He fighting the dude that whooped Rolly ass. You know what I'm saying? Jackson Marinez whooped on Rolly for 12 rounds. For 12 straight rounds. And Frank Martin, that's a step-up fight for Frank Martin. Uh, they fighting at a catch weight, though, because I guess, since it was last minute notice, they fighting a little higher than 135. I think Frank Martin today, he weighed in at like 137 and a half. And then Jackson Marinez, he weighed in at like 139 or something like that. But that's going to be a dope fight. A lot of people think that Frank Martin is that guy at 135, and he ain't even had no step-up fight. A lot of people think that Frank Martin might be able to whoop Devin Haney and Javante Davis and you know, Vasyl Lomachenko. Depending on who you ask. Now, I ain't saying that shit because I'm not finna crown him when I ain't seen him do shit like that yet. But he looked like he the goods. He looked like he the goods. What's happening with it? The best dad ever, aka Mr. Steal Your Chin, aka 4.0. What's happening with it? Kwame in the building. Hey, Kwame said, I need in on this topic. I got you, Kwame. I got you for sure. Uh, but yeah, like I said, y'all hit the like button when you come in the building. But because we definitely gonna be cooking today. We definitely gonna cook today. Man, what a bud at though. Where the bud at? You know what I'm saying? Where is the bud? Because I ain't heard nothing from him. But, you know, that could be a good thing. That could be a good thing. Where fat ass Bo-Mac at? I ain't heard nothing from fat ass Bo-Mac. You know, I know where he at though. He at your fucking somewhere at your local buffet. Yeah, but so this weekend we got Frank Martin and Jackson Marinez. That's gonna be a dope fight. You got Ray Vargas against the Filipino, you know what I'm saying, that fought Gary Russell, Mark Masayo. That's gonna be a dope fight. Who else we got this weekend? Oh yeah, you got Brandon Figueroa. He coming back. AD Solo, what's happening with it? Get the smoke in the building. What's happening with it? Smoke. Yeah, you got Brandon Figueroa. He coming back. He finna fight. Yeah. So let me see who. Let me see if I know that dude that Brandon Figueroa fight. Cause I was trying to catch the weigh-ins. I didn't know they had that many fights on that card. I really didn't know they had that many fights on that card. Carlos Castro. So Brandon Figueroa, he finna fight Carlos Castro, who 27-1. He only got one loss. Let's see who he lose to. Oh, he lost to Luis Neri. Carlos Castro, I think he beat Luis Neri. He beat the shit out of Luis Neri, and they gave Neri that fight, and they robbed Carlos Castro. So he can fight. Carlos Castro can fight. Brandon Figueroa do not have an easy fight on his hands. This shit finna be a hell of a fight. This whole fight card this weekend, hey, they got some fights this weekend. You feel me? And I was surprised because the only fight that I really knew about that was gonna be on the card until yesterday was just that Mark Messiah and Ray Vargas. I ain't know they had a packed card like this. Showtime doing their thing with this card, real talk. Showtime is doing their thing with this card. Like I said, everybody that's in the building, hit the like button. So yeah, you got Brandon Figueroa versus Carlos Castro. You got Ray Vargas versus Mark Masayo. You got Frank Martin. You know what I'm saying? That's Money Brown partner, Frank Martin. You got him going in there against Jackson Marinez, who beat the shit out of Rolly. Money Brown TV, what's happening with it? Salute. People forgot about how Rolly got his ass beat by Jackson Marinez as soon as that Tank fight came up. As soon as Rolly and Tank was announced, everybody forgot that Rolly already had got his motherfucking ass beat. How y'all quick to forget, huh? And I'm talking about Jackson Marinez outboxed his ass for 12 rounds, made him look like a complete amateur. Yeah, Money Brown TV. What's happening with it, Money? Yeah. All right. I seen y'all over there cooking last night, Money. Yeah. Man, real talk. That shit that dude tweeted out, you know, I wouldn't even put no, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even shed no light on that shit, bro. I wouldn't even shed no light on that shit that dude tweeted out and that Errol Spence retweeted, right? I ain't, man, because I'm going to tell you like this, right? I'm going to tell you like this. Errol Spence and any of these other fighters, right? So the shit that the dude said about all these YouTube dudes is making all type of money off of, you know, Errol Spence and the Terence Crawford fight for the clickbait and all of that shit. Okay, well, these fighters is making way more money off of us because we the only one promoting they motherfucking asses, right? These fighters are making way more money off of us than them, right? These fighters are becoming multimillionaires off of us. So that's what they really need to realize. They don't need to worry about what we making or what we ain't making. But I guarantee you that if it wasn't for us, these fighters wouldn't be getting paid half the amount that they getting paid. And that stands for all of them. You feel me? That stands for all of them. Oh, and Rashidi Ellis is fighting too. Rashidi Ellis ain't fought in damn near 3 years, and he making his ring return. This Showtime fight card is finna be lit. Real talk. This Showtime fight card finna be, that shit going down this weekend. I'm excited about this card because, yeah, it ain't no huge names, but it's all solid, good, solid fights. You feel me? So that's what we should talk about. You know what I'm saying? If anybody gonna open up their mouth and talk, we the ones, right? The content creators is the ones that need to be talking about how these fighters are capitalizing off of the work that we putting in. That's what's really going down, because we keeping all of their names alive. Real talk. We keeping all of their names alive. Because ESPN ain't talking about them. Fox Sports 1 ain't talking about them. Goddamn NBC, ABC, none of them channels is talking about none of these fights, none of these fighters. So, I think that they tend to forget about that shit. They worried about the wrong things. You know what I'm saying? They worried about the wrong shit. If somebody is clickbaiting and saying false shit, okay, oh, well, it don't fucking matter because it's keeping your name surfaced, right? It's keeping your name in the air. That's what it's doing. Me personally, I don't do none of that shit, but it's keeping it doesn't matter if it's clickbait, if it's true, it's false. When they stop talking about you, that's when you got something to worry about. Ask some of these fighters, right, that nobody talks about them at all. Ask them how they feel. I guarantee you they wish people posting videos, whether it's true or false about them, to get their name surfacing. And y'all hit the like button. Kyle, what's happening with it? The boxing section, TBS. My man A1 Hoop Zone in the building. Emmanuel H. And y'all go sub to my man Emmanuel H, A1 Hoop Zone. Always putting out that great basketball content. Excuse me. And make sure that y'all go sub to the boxing section, TBS. Man, you've been doing your thing, man. I've been seeing them interviews that you've been putting down for sure. Detroit, BC, what's happening with it? Salute. Mac and A Cheese, what it do? Money say facts. Hold on. My bad. Money say facts. And clickbait us by not fighting who we want. Yeah. The motherfuckers clickbaiting us. Talking all that shit. Like I said, we got whole divisions, right? Of fighters, top fighters that don't even fight each other. At 135, you got a whole division of top-notch, superstar, world-class fighters that ain't none of them fighting each other. You got these motherfuckers coming on Twitter talking shit, you know what I'm saying, to each other, and they on the whole nother side of the goddamn country from each other, knowing they can't fight, but they acting like they can get it popping. That's clickbaiting. But like I said, it is what it is. I ain't paid too much attention to that shit because it didn't pertain to me. But, it does pertain to me because shit, if me and everybody else stop talking about these fighters and stop doing lives and making videos, who gonna do it? Aisha, what's happening with it, Queen? Who gonna do it? Knockout, what's happening with it? J.A. Dixon, what's happening with it, J.A.? Yeah. So if it wasn't for us, who gonna do it? Who gonna put them on the map? Like I said, they fuck around and you know what I'm saying? We talking about clickbait, you know what I'm saying? We'll fuck around and stop hitting that goddamn fucking remote and clicking that goddamn pay-per-view. Then they gonna really have something to be mad about. fuck around, fuck around and hit that stream button instead of that buy pay-per-view button. Then shit really gonna get ugly. J.A. Dixon said all these boxers is Twitter rivals. Yeah, but I just want to touch on that because I seen Money touching on it. I seen Blue Blood touching on it. You know, it is what it is. Sheena, what's happening with it, Sheena? James Blackwell says y'all giving boxing a bigger voice. Yeah, shit, we giving boxing the only voice. For real talk. You know, ESPN might talk about some shit once in every blue moon. And I ain't talking about Michael Carpenter tweeting about some shit. I'm talking about actually having it on ESPN, right? On one of their shows. They ain't doing that. And then when you get Shannon Sharp or Skip Bayless, they don't know shit about boxing. Nothing. You had motherfucking Skip Bayless arguing everybody down that fucking Floyd Mayweather was going to get knocked out by Conor McGregor. That just tells you everything you need to know right there. But shit, speaking of Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp, I ain't gonna lie. I'm ready for football season. This baseball shit ain't doing it for me. I knew you was gonna do that shit to me, Sheena. I knew you was gonna do it. I knew Sheena wasn't gonna forget. She came in here right away talking about, you gonna rap for us today? I ain't forgot. I knew you, man. I knew you was gonna do that shit to me. I knew you was finna put me on the spot. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. I knew she was gonna do that shit. I was like, man, I know she ain't gonna come in here. And yeah, give me a minute. I got you. Hold on. Tay D, what's happening with it? AD Solo, what's happening with it? Cassandra Mason, the queen, is in the building. Aisha talking about, oh, you rapping? I guess I'm gonna have to. Knockout, you still on vacation? You still on vacation? Man, y'all need to, hey, y'all chill. This ain't Sway in the morning. Well, everybody in here trying to put me on the spot. This ain't Sway in the morning. I'm gonna do it later. I'm gonna do it later. I'm gonna catch everybody off guard. I ain't gonna do it now while everybody focused in talking about we waiting for you to rap. I feel like I'm for real. I feel like I'm at Woodstock and on stage and shit right now. Yeah, so that's pretty much all I gotta say about that, right? That's pretty much all I gotta say about that. But I was watching, so Ricky Williams, my man Ricky Williams, he had a late night show last night. That shit was popping too. You know, he had a late night show last night, and yeah, that shit was popping. And they had a fighter rating of Ryan Garcia. They rated Ryan Garcia now, right? Now, we have my partner Skinny in there, you know what I'm saying? We had G5, it was a lot of cats up in there, right? But they were shitting on Ryan Garcia, saying that rating his chin like a 2 and a 1. Like that man just got the weakest chin in boxing. So I say this, right? And y'all know I'm a Devin Haney fan, right? And we have my man W. Rightside. He should be in the building, you know what I'm saying, later. I think KQ might still be on. But my man W. Rightside was in the building, right? And W. Rightside was one of the main ones talking about that he rate Ryan Garcia chin a 2 or a 3 or some shit like that, right? So I said, how the fuck you rating Ryan Garcia chin a 2 or a 3 when Ryan Garcia, he got dropped by Luke Campbell, right? He did get dropped, but he got right back up. He wasn't hurt, I know when somebody get up and they hurt because they on shaky legs, right? When you get knocked down and you really hurt, you don't recover that motherfucking fast. There you go. There go Dub right side. He said he rated Ryan Garcia 4.5. And I'm gonna get to what I'm gonna cook on, right? My man, there goes my man right side. So I'm gonna get to what I'm cooking on, right? OTB, what's happening with it? So he said he rated a 4.5, right? And so I said, well, what you rate Devin Haney? What do you rate Devin Haney? He said a 7.5. I said, wait, hold on. How you rate Ryan Garcia chin a 4.5 and then give Devin Haney a 7.5? I said, because Ryan Garcia, yeah, he got dropped, but he got right back up and he went right back to fighting. He didn't show no, after effects of being dropped. He went right at Luke Campbell. He wasn't no shaky legs. He wasn't wobbly. He just got caught with his chin straight up in the air because that's how he fight, right? Because he got horrible defense. His defense is horrible, right? But he got up and he showed that, his chin was good because he was able to get up. He wasn't hurt. He didn't show no ill effects. Now, Devin Haney, my guy. I fuck with Devin Haney way more than I fucked with Ryan Garcia, but we just got to keep it 100. I saw Devin Haney get hit by Linares, and let's keep it 100. The nigga was hurt for 2 rounds. You know what I'm saying? The nigga was holding on, and he had to survive for 2 rounds because he was hurt. Motherfucker was, when he walked back to the corner, he looked like Adrian Brunner did after motherfucking Marcus Madonna goddamn whooping his ass, and Adrian Brunner was getting held up walking to the goddamn dressing room and shit looking like. Hey, Adrian Brunner whole shoulder, his motherfucking jaw was so big that shit was hitting his shoulder. Hey, AB was fucked up. That's how Devin Haney was looking when he had to go back to the corner. The nigga didn't even know where his corner was. He didn't even know what corner to go to. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is I'm not saying that now one of them got a weak chin. I'm just saying that you can't tell me that one of them got a 4 and the other one got a damn near 8. I mean, come on now. My thing my thing that I said with Ryan Garcia, I think I gave him like a 6, right? But my thing with Ryan Garcia is that it ain't so much his chin. It's his defense, right? It's his defense is horrible. So anybody that get hit with their chin straight up in the air, flush, you subject to get knocked out. Now we had my man Southern T, my man Skinny. He on there talking about, oh man, Ryan Garcia, he horrible. He's pitiful. Like Ryan Garcia, he don't have no chin at all. None at all. You can't gauge his chin off of that. Oh yeah, no, what he was saying that Luke Campbell can't fucking bust a grape. That's what he was saying. Luke Campbell ain't got no motherfucking punching power at all. Luke Campbell can't crack for shit. Well, I said last time I checked Luke Campbell, he got 22 wins and 17 knockouts. 22 wins and 17 knockouts. How you gonna tell me that Luke Campbell can't bust a grape? 22 wins and 17 knockouts. So with a man that already got 17 knockouts, if he catch you dead in your motherfucking mouth like he did Ryan Garcia, dead on the chin, with his head straight up in the air like he trying to fucking look at the clouds, yeah, he might drop his ass. Yeah, he might drop him. Let a motherfucker hit you flush in your shit, right? While you got your chin reared all the way back in the air and see if you might not get dropped. It's about how you take the punch once you get up. Now, if Ryan Garcia had got dropped and then had got up and was stumbling all around and looking like Devin Haney did, then I would have been like, okay, that motherfucker got a weak chin. He got dropped and he didn't recover. So, yeah, and don't get me wrong. I'm not telling you that Devin Haney got a weak chin because I don't think Devin Haney got a weak chin. But, you know, one thing I do know is Devin Haney got way better defense than Ryan Garcia. So Devin Haney is not going to get hit like that. You know what I'm saying? It might be once in a blue moon when you see Devin Haney get caught with a shot like that again. Ryan Garcia is subject to get caught with a lot of shots like that because his defense is horrible. So to me, when it comes to Ryan Garcia, it ain't so much his chin, it's his defense, right? Because like I said, a lot of these motherfuckers will get knocked down if they had defense like Ryan Garcia do. You got defense like Ryan Garcia got, a lot of your favorite fighters, they'll smell that motherfucking canvas too. But anybody can get a flash knockdown as a flash knockdown. A flash knockdown is a flash knockdown. You feel me? It happens to the best of fighters. And what I mean by a flash knockdown, a knockdown that happens, no matter how it happened, the fighter sit down, but he get right back up and he go right back at the opponent and he has no ill effect from being knocked down. You know what I'm saying? Like he recovered like that. He get right back up and he right back on their ass. He not trying to run. He not trying to hold. He not trying to survive. That is a flash knockdown. It happens to the best of fighters. You know, I seen Andre Ward get hit by motherfucking Kovalev, and he got right back up. It was a flash knockdown. You feel me? Does Andre Ward got a weak chin? Do Andre Ward got a weak chin because he got dropped by Kovalev? So when you say things like that, you got to watch what you're saying when you don't have nothing to back it up. Knockout say Devin ain't got no weak chin, might be vulnerable, but we can't call his chin weak. I agree. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that Devin Haney has a weak chin. You know, he got caught with a good ass shot, but it did take him a lot longer to recover. That's what I look at. You look at the recovery time. Yeah, Darnell Boone too. Yeah, he got dropped by Darnell Boone. Did it mean that he had a weak chin? And I remember, right? And this shows to tell you, right? Way back early in Andre Ward's career, when he got dropped by Darnell Boone, but then he beat the fuck out of Darnell Boone. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was saying that Andre Ward had a weak chin. Oh man, he's soft because you know he light-skinned it. You know, he light-skinned it. You know, he looked like a lot of people. He don't look like your typical boxer. You know what I'm saying? He didn't look like your typical fighter. So they was basically, you know what I'm saying? They were stereotyping him. He light-skinned. He got a weak chin. He's soft. He looks soft. He got dropped by Darnell Boone, and everybody was saying he had a weak chin. Now he did go on to prove that shit to be very wrong throughout his career, but you just can't say somebody have a weak chin because they get dropped, especially if they get right back up. You feel me? My man Ricky Williams boxing. I was just talking about the dope ass show you had last night, Ricky Williams. I was just talking about your show, man. That was a dope ass show. I had to get on the panel though. I had to get on there. Ricky say, Key, what's good, man? He said, happy Friday, and thanks for coming through for the great fighter rating last night. Oh, man, you already know. I was mad because I caught it late because I kept checking my phone. And it was like, I kept checking my phone. And you hadn't came on yet. And then what I do? Oh, yeah, I started eating because I ate late. I started eating, and then I got in the bed, and then I was like, man, I picked up my phone again and scrolled, and you was on. And I'm like, oh, shit. So I jumped in there as soon as I could. But, yeah, dope-ass show. Money, and it was over there cooking last night, too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was a dope show. And I am going to drop some links because I know some of y'all going to want to get on and cook it up and cook about this topic I'm finna cook on later. But as far as Ryan Garcia, man, we really going to be able to see, is it next week? Next week, we really going to be able to see how good Ryan Garcia is. Because when you talk about this Javier Fortuna fight, it's a horrible style matchup for Ryan Garcia. Like, this is one of the worst matchups of Ryan Garcia that I can think of. Javier Fortuna is a rough, rugged fighter. He gonna be on your motherfucking helmet all day. He's not gonna back up at all. You feel me? He ain't gonna back up. He rough. The motherfucker might body slam you. He might grapple with you. You know what I'm saying? He might hit you with an elbow inside. And that's all of the shit that Ryan Garcia has problems with. Ryan Garcia don't like none of that rough shit. If Ryan Garcia is the typical, right? He is a finesse fighter. He's a finesse fighter. He needs to have his distance. He don't like to, he can't fight inside at all. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like Bud Crawford, but we ain't gonna talk about that until later. Ryan Garcia can't fight on the inside at all. Something like Bud Crawford. He can't fight on the inside. You know what I'm saying? He needs that distance. And when fighters bully him and push him back to the ropes and get on the inside, he don't know what to do. And to me, Ryan Garcia is not physically strong. Now, he got a whole lot of power. He got power in both hands, but he's not physically strong. Like Frank Martin. Like Frank Martin got that wrestling background, right? Terence Crawford is physically strong. He got a wrestling background, right? He's physically strong. Ryan Garcia is not physically strong. And he had problems with fighters like Javier Fortuna. Now he's a lot bigger than Javier Fortuna for sure. He's a lot bigger than Javier Fortuna. But I think this fight is going to be a very good fight for us to be able to gauge how good Ryan Garcia is. All right, what's happening with it? Kano Loco Sports says Ryan Garcia better stick to IG. Yeah, Kano don't like Ryan. He hate Ryan with a passion. Kano say Ryan Garcia is trash. Well, like I said, next week, Kano Loco, he might prove you right or he might prove you wrong. He might prove you right or he might prove you wrong. The real Marlo TV, what's happening with it, Marlo? Man, if y'all ain't sub to Marlo TV, Marlo TV, one of the funniest niggas on YouTube by far. Every time I watch that nigga video, I just get to laughing before the video even starts because I already know he finna cut up. Manny say Ryan is another Berlanga. We gonna see. Like I said, I'm not finna come in here and just shit on Ryan because in about 7 or 8 days, he could prove me wrong. So I ain't finna say too much. But I'm gonna say this, right? Ryan have things that he do very, very well. He got a lot of power in both hands, but he got a lot of flaws. A lot of flaws. And his flaws stand out like a sore thumb. The flaws that Ryan Garcia got, they stand out like a sore thumb. So my thing is, can the attributes that he have, can they stand out over his flaws? Because Javier Fortuna is going to bring his flaws out. Some of the flaws that he have and the problems that he have, Javier Fortuna going to bring that shit out. Right. OTB says, wow, Bud can fight in the pocket in an orthodox stance. I ain't seen it. I seen Bud holding and grappling and holding on for dear life in the pocket. That nigga can't fight he can't fight on the inside. Mike Ryan, what's happening with it? Yeah, and y'all hit the like button, man. Smash the like button. It don't cost you nothing to hit the like button. Don't cost y'all nothing to hit that like button. Big Texas ATX, what's happening with it? The right side say it depends on which Fortuna show up. He said Jojo Diaz shut that rough shit down against Fortuna. But Jojo Diaz is a rough fighter himself. Jojo Diaz is a fighter that's where he make his home. Jojo Diaz is a fighter that needs to fight inside. So yeah, that's a different stylistic matchup. when you're talking about a JoJo Diaz, but Ryan Garcia is a fighter that stands straight up in the air and he needs his space on the outside. Money say, Ryan not trash. I disagree with that. Yeah, I'm not finna just say that Ryan is trash because, you know, I'm not finna say that he just some trash. He done knocked out damn near everybody he been in the ring with. I ain't gonna just say he's some trash like that. I ain't gonna say that he one of the top fighters neither. But I am gonna say that next Saturday, not this Saturday coming up, but the next Saturday, we gonna find out a lot about Ryan Garcia. And like I said on Ricky Williams Boxing last night, if he go in there and he beats Javier Fortuna or he stops Javier Fortuna, you got to put some respect on his name. You got to. And that go for you too, Kano. If he go in there and he whoop on Javier Fortuna, you got to put some respect on his name, Kano. Ricky Williams said, Bud got to take a step back to and he effective to be effective close. He says, but in the phone booth, he huggy bear. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when that shit get in close, like EJ like to fight in that phone booth. Bud can't fight like that. Brian Branch, what's happening with it? Yes, sir. I appreciate you. Yeah, everybody hit that like button. Cono Loco said he said he don't mind to disagree. It's my opinion, and my opinion is he is trash, dumpster juice. I have no problem with you saying that, Cono. I don't have no problem with you saying that. But I'm gonna have a problem if you don't want to give him his credit. If he beat Javier Fortuna, you got to give him his credit if he beat Javier Fortuna. That's all I'm saying. You can't say that you're not going to put, I mean, you can say it, but that's some bullshit, Cono Loco. If you're going to sit up here and say you ain't putting no respect on Ryan Garcia's name ever. You can't say that shit because then that just shows that you have a personal bias against Ryan Garcia. To say, oh, no matter what he do, I ain't ever put no respect on him. Nah, bro, you can't do that. Because that just showed that you have a personal bias against him himself. I mean, shit. I don't hate no fighter like that. Ain't there one of these motherfuckers did nothing to me. It ain't that serious. But, you know, like I said, I'm not hella high on Ryan Garcia right now. I'm still kind of in the middle on Ryan Garcia because I know the flaws that he have, and he ain't fixed the flaws that he got this long. Like, the flaws that he had, man, that shit should have been fixed. Now here come Kono with this bullshit. Talking about, man, you act like Fortuna is high-level fighter, bro. Can't give him credit for that fight. Man, come on now. Come on now. So now all of a sudden, Fortuna ain't shit. Come on, man. Fortuna is a solid fighter. Fortuna is a solid fighter. He a solid fighter. We ain't gonna just act like Fortuna is just some shit. He's a solid fighter. And like I said, to me, Fortuna is a good, very good fighter for Ryan Garcia to be able to gauge because he do a lot of the shit that Ryan Garcia has problems with. He do. You know, he's a bad stylistic matchup for Ryan Garcia. He really is. Now, I'm not just going to sit here and act like Fortuna is a world beater and all of that. You feel what I'm talking about? But like I said, he is a solid fighter. He a solid fighter. Yeah, Ricky, he the best fighter that Ryan Garcia been. Well, I ain't going to say that, man, because y'all act like that Luke Campbell is just horrible trash. Luke Campbell is a solid fighter, man. And like I said, I'm going to drop the link in the chat so we could discuss this, you know. Luke Campbell to me is a solid fighter. Luke Campbell was a solid fighter when he got in there against Lomachenko. Luke Campbell was a solid fighter when he fought a Jorge Linares in his prime. It had a split decision with him and could have won that fight. Y'all hit the like button. Smash on my like button. The weigh in, what's happening with it? And like I said, I'm going to drop the link in the chat. I'm going to pin the link. So if y'all want to get up here. If y'all want to jump in, you feel me? And we could cook on this. And then, like I said, we're going to really get into it later. Glove up, boxing, and more. Coach, what's happening with it? Oh, no, that's the queen. That's Coach's wife. That's the queen. There go Coach right there. They both in the building. Salute. And we will be on Glove Up, Boxing, and More tonight. You know what I'm saying? We will be on that tonight. So make sure that y'all tune in. Make sure that y'all tune in because it's going to be a hell of a show tonight. And I ain't going to lie. I spent earlier today, I spent 15 minutes searching for y'all channel because I was putting in Glove Up Boxing. And I was just about to call Coach, and my channel was coming up. My channel was coming up when I was putting in Glove Up Boxing, along with 100 other channels. Everything but Coach's channel was coming up. So I went into my channel and I clicked on the link that I had pinned in the chat from yesterday, and that's how I was able to find Glove Up Boxing, and I saw that they changed it to and more. Yeah, so it's Glove Up Boxing and more. Make sure I put the right link. You know what? I don't even think I put the right link in the chat. My bad. There go the link. Let me pin the link now. Hold on. Okay, there go the link. So, Colonel Loco said the only way he give Ryan Garcia, see, this is when you know somebody got a personal beef, right, against a fighter. He say only way he give Ryan Garcia any respect if he fight Tank, Shakur, or Devin. But make this shit make sense to me. Ain't now one of them fought each other. So Ryan Garcia got to fight one of them to get his respect, but they ain't got to fight each other. Make that shit make sense to me. I mean, because I'm even killed straight down the middle. To me, they all need to be fighting each other. But to Colonel Loco, Ryan only get respect if he fight one of them. But ain't now one of them niggas fought each other. Come on, man. Make this shit make sense to me. And like I said, I'm not even no Ryan Garcia fan like that, but I ain't no, Ryan Garcia hater. I ain't gonna just come in and bash the kid. You feel me? I ain't gonna just come and bash the kid. Y'all gotta make that shit make sense to me. They don't gotta fight each other, right? But Ryan Garcia gotta fight out either one of them to get your respect. That shit don't make a lick of sense to me. And Kano is my guy. Y'all already know Kano, my brother. I fuck with Kano heavy. But that shit ain't making no sense to me, Kano. It make a lot of sense, actually. That just let me know how much you hate Ryan Garcia. You got more hate for Ryan Garcia than I got for Triple G. And everybody know I can't stand no goddamn Triple G. Or a big baby Jarrell Miller. Or a slew-footed ass motherfucking Dillian White. They're my top 3 fighters that I can't stand. Cortez Bowles, what's happening with it? Shit, ain't no.
Boy, you act like I ain't gonna click the link and talk my shit,
know you
bro.
gonna click the
ain't
link.
Nobody no duck around here. My name ain't Ryan Garcia. I ain't ducking, goddammit.
I know you want some smoke, Kano. What's happening, man? That shit ain't making no sense, Kano. Explain.
I hold them all to the same standard, but at least they're fighting good fights.
So, Kano dropped out. Kano dropped out. He'll be back in here. What's happening with it, Cortez? Guess he ain't. I don't know what's going on with him.
My bad, I hit the wrong button, man. I was getting a little bit too excited, man. I almost threw my phone, god damn
it. Go ahead, go on.
Man, listen, man, okay. With Shakur, at least he's fought champions. At least he's fought, you know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't over here ducking. He's calling for fights and shit like that, right? Tank, I'm a little 50-50 on Tank. Tank ain't really fought, you know, the folks that we would want to see him fight, okay? Devin just became undisputed. He's always been calling people out. What is Ryan doing? Every time he gets close to a fight like that, he finds a way out of it. You know what I'm saying? His pussy hurt, this or that. Oh, I got to sit out for a year. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I got to go model on IG or something. You know what I'm saying? Can't never. He been mandatory several times and dropped his mandatory. You want me to respect that, bro? That's what you want me to respect?
No, I mean, my thing is you said that you ain't going to give him no respect unless he fight one of them. Well, my thing is they all need to be fighting each other, not just Ryan Garcia fighting one of them. And I agree with what you're saying with the mandatory shit, right? There was some whole ass shit that he did. How you gonna be somebody mandatory and say, nah, I ain't that. I'm gonna say that fight for later on in my career. Nah, man, I wasn't feeling that shit at all.
That's where I grew to hate for him, right there, because he did it twice.
Right. I wasn't feeling that. So but I'm not finna say that he got to fight one of them to get my respect if they ain't fighting each other. Because for that thing, they all got to fight each other. And Lil Durk, OTF, I see you in the background. You got to show me your camera before I put you up on here because you ain't never been on the platform before.
All right, but listen, bro, man, let me, you know what, man? That's a touchy subject for me, bro.
Somebody got to turn their mic off.
It's one of them. It ain't never me. I know how to do this. I'm a professional at this
I already
shit.
know you got the, you know what I'm saying? You got the motherfucking king shit.
But listen, bro, listen, man, that's a touchy subject for me, man, because my stance on what you're saying right there is real different than a lot of folks, man. I don't even know if I want to get into that because I'll probably go deep on that, man, as to why I don't agree with them having to fight each other right now. But I don't know. We'll see where this goes.
Yeah, to me, you know, me and you gonna if they all need to be fighting each other. Fuck that.
Eventually, yes.
I agree with that, Key.
Like, you know what I'm talking about? Not just Ryan or not just Devin, the Tank. All of them need to be fighting each other.
All they asses.
You know what I'm saying? Tank gonna be they motherfucking Tank gonna be like Mayweather. You know, when Keith Thurman and them was coming up shit in real soon, that nigga keep on. But Tank ain't fighting none of them. I'll tell you that right now. Tank ain't fighting none of them in a long. It's gonna be, if he do, it ain't gonna be this year. It ain't gonna be next year, and it might not be the next year after that. Now, yeah, Ryan Garcia. I'm not talking about, yeah, he'll fight Ryan Garcia, but the rest of them, Tank ain't fighting none of them. From what I heard, Kenny. Why I keep calling him Kenny. From what I heard Coach Calvin say, I know Tank ain't fighting none of them. You know, I gotta respect. I gotta respect Coach Calvin for keeping it 100 and keeping it real and letting us know exactly what it is with Tank that I already knew. You know,
but at least he says it. You gotta respect that. Like, yeah, hey, at least he let you know what he's doing.
At least Coach Calvin, he came out and he said just exactly what it is. And so it is what it is. I ain't gonna worry myself with that shit no more.
Let me break it down to you, Keith, on a simple matter. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna use the Puerto Ricans as an example instead of the three names that you named, since I'm Puerto Rican, okay? This is my whole theory, and please just listen to it fully before y'all jump on my neck, all right? I'm from Puerto Rico, all right? If I got 3 Puerto Rican fighters in the same weight division, the last thing I want to see them do is fight each other unless it's for undisputed. I don't want them knocking each other off before they knock the rest of the folks off and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you just like, look, you're going to be in a no-lose situation that way. If you got, let's say, 2 Puerto Ricans fighting for undisputed, you know you're going to have a Puerto Rican undisputed champion. Same with the blacks. If you don't knock each other off and y'all say knock everybody else out and wait to the end, you got 2 blacks fighting for undisputed. Guess what? It's a win-win because you're going to have a black undisputed champion. That has always been my stance, and nobody's going to change that.
I'm going to say this, Kano, and then I'm going to pass it to, I think OTB was next. Yeah, I'm going to pass to OTB and then Ricky, right? I'm going to say this, right? 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. I'm going to rest my case. So if you know, you know. You know exactly what I'm saying, right? It's been a long time coming, and it still ain't came yet. OTB, I'm going to go ahead and pass it to you. OTB. Okay. Ricky. You on mute, Ricky.
What's happening? What's happening, y'all? Happy Friday. What's going on?
Hey, Don Dada, Tito versus Oscar was not Puerto Rican versus Puerto Rican. That was Puerto Rico versus Mexico.
Hey, what coach say? Puerto Ricans are black. It's what coach said.
The only difference was
you
the
can't be loyal to.
Go ahead, OT.
OTB, you got some sound issues, bro.
My bad, Rick. My bad. Can y'all hear me?
We ain't heard nothing you said. If you've been talking this whole time, we ain't heard nothing. So rewind it all the way
back. Yeah, I was on mute. My bad. But nah, though, man. My only thing is I can't be more loyal to my heritage than I am to the sport, man. Yeah, I mean, as much as I love the people, like shit, the sport is the sport. The sport is universal. You understand? So I have to maintain a certain loyalty.
Hey, you must be on that cricket phone.
And I get what he's saying, Key. I don't disagree with what he's trying to say. I'm saying if there is a possibility to do it that way, I would rather them do it that way. If there is no other option, then obviously, yes, they got to fight. Are you following me, man? Because I hope I ain't misleading people. It has to be like the last option.
I'm following you, you know what I'm saying? But for Tank and Devin and Ryan and Shakur and Frank Martin or whoever it is, you know, I'm not feeling that shit. They need to be fighting each other because I think we put too much emphasis on the fucking loss. Fuck it, man. If they lose, they lose. But we know that they lost fighting the best. Move on. Fuck, man. I wanna go back to the days to where motherfucker got 6-7 losses on their record, and we ain't paying attention to that shit because we know that they fought everybody. When Holyfield had them L's on his record, we wasn't tripping that Holyfield had an L on his record of 2 or 3 or 4 because we knew that motherfucker was fighting everybody.
I'm not tripping on it now. If they lose, they lose. That's not what I'm talking about, though.
But you know, I mean, I think your stance is because it's fewer Puerto Rican fighters in the game, right? That get recognition like that. So I kind of understand where you coming from, but I think when we looking at them, that's a whole different, you know, topic. It's a whole different topic. It's different, 2 different things. No cap. If you want to come in, you got to turn your camera on in the background. You know, I need to see who you is because you ain't never been up here before.
And see, that's why they want to get into that topic, man. Because that's why they want to get into that topic because I'd have to go real deep for people to really understand what I'm saying. I'm not saying they should never fight. Just to simplify it, I'm not saying they should never fight. That's not what I'm saying.
Zenith 360. What's happening with it? Zenith 360. Hey. They need to be paying you overtime and a half because that Zenith, my man Zenith, he got a full-time job protecting Tank. That motherfucker Zenith got a full-time job protecting Tank. Hey, he do that shit well too. No cap say you ain't got no camera, but yeah, I can't let you up here because you might pull your ding-a-lang out and get the swinging on me, bro. I can't do that. I can't do that, bro. For real. Hey, y'all laughing, but my man Kyle, the boxing section, know what I'm talking about.
Me too.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
I'm laughing because I know they do that shit.
Yeah, they do that shit. They did that shit. I'm watching Kyle. I'm watching the boxing section one night, man. They got him like that.
Yeah, you got to take the video down and edit and all that other shit.
Yeah.
I ain't took down a damn thing, but don't tell YouTube. But
if
listen,
it's monetized though, and they catch that shit, they'll shut your channel down.
Yes, they will.
I know somebody that shit happened to.
Me too.
Well, let's thank God they ain't catch me. Hey, listen,
these cats be weird as a motherfucker, bro.
Dog, they'll have like a green screen of somebody else stuff. Like they have a picture of Ricky Williams sitting at his desk, and then as soon as you let him on, dick just out here. And I'm trying to figure out who got enough time to just be out here searching for dicks anyhow.
Clown ass nigga, you know what I'm saying? Just weirdos, you know what I'm saying?
That's some Keith Thurman type of shit, man.
Motherfuckers sitting in the house butt naked and shit, watching the live stream and shit. Ricky, man, it's on you, Ricky.
Yeah, man. Talking about the Ryan Garcia, Ryan Garcia, Gervonta Tank Davis, Devin Haney, man. I'm sick of everybody. Like, you can't say who beat who, bro. You don't know who gonna beat who. They gotta fucking fight, bro. They gotta fight. Right? Until the end, all you going off of is opinion in the window, bro. Like, just say that's your favorite fighter and run through it. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what's gonna happen to them men get in the ring. And the truth of the matter is, and I said this is the same thing about 160, bro. Ain't none of them really trying to make a fight. All of them got dates and shit. Tank right now, whether you like him or not, bro. Whether you like him or not, he moving funny as fuck, bro. Right? And I can't sit up there and argue a point because he did it right in front of y'all face. Okay, the Rolly fight, right? The Rolly fight. Okay, it's my last. He setting people up for the okie doke. He probably said, people can assume what they want to assume, but you was the one putting out Mayweather. We can only go off the information you give us, right? And then you talking about, it's still Mayweather team, bro. When everybody know Mayweather and told everybody, hey, these fights in-house. Everybody else been doing it. You know what I'm saying? So he just like anybody else to me, bro. I fuck with Tank. I ride with Tank, man. But shit, if you don't fight somebody with a name, you a duck.
Go ahead and say it. Make the fight.
Make the fucking fight, bro. Make the goddamn fight. I don't understand why people don't see the patterns that go on, man. Like everybody talking about this fighter and that fighter at 160, bro. They doing the same shit. Whenever you see these divisions where it's not no bunch of names that, bro, they all avoiding each other, bro, because the day they get in, bro, that's one of them fighters' last major payday. That's one of them fighters' last major payday. It don't mean we ain't gonna like them no more as a fighter. It don't mean you ain't gonna rock with them, but this is the business of boxing, bro. You only as good as your last show. Right? So if Ryan Garcia, if he get in here and he look good against Javier Fortuna, I'm gonna give him his propers, man. I'm gonna give him his propers. Like, I see, like, it's just like he said, he got a bunch of shit that people can capitalize on. Either he lucky as shit, right? Or he good enough to cover him up when he in there with a fighter, or I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I think next week, we'll actually see what he's about, because if Fortuna is even a fraction of himself, bro, he gonna make it look ugly against Ryan. Right? But the rest of the, like, Devin, all this clout shakes and shit, I don't care what nobody say. Yeah, Bill, da. Y'all clout chasing, bro. Y'all know y'all got to dance with Camboso in October, bro. Y'all know y'all got to dance with Camboso in October. Stop, man. Stop. You know what I'm saying? But the truth of the matter is, for any one of those guys to say they the best in the sport when they got a contemporary in their same weight class, you can talk all you want, have as many belts as you want. You can't prove who the best is until them guys will get that square circle and fight. Until then, it's just whatever. That's all I got.
Yeah, till then, it's just all me against Kano, me against Ricky Williams against Kano. You know what I'm saying? Kano against boxing Kyle. You feel me? It's just all opinions. We don't know until they all get in the ring with each other. You know what I'm saying? We could talk about what we see. Like me and Kano agree on Shakur Stevenson. Me and Kano both think that Shakur Stevenson whoop them all. That's what we think, but we don't know until they fight each other. You know what I'm saying? J.A. Dixon and Zenith 360. They think that Tank beat all of them from 130 to 140. But they don't know until he get in the ring and fight him. So, you know, that's all I'm saying. We can argue till our motherfucking face turn blue and red. But, man, they need to make the fucking fights.
The thing is, I agree with you. They we don't know who's going to win until they get in there. I've never picked a winner. Like, amongst all of them, I'm like, I'm not out here saying this guy going to wash them all and none of that shit. I want to see him fight. Now, do I believe Shakur is the more talented one? Yes. Yes. I don't think that Fortuna fight is going to be that hard for Ryan. That's why I'm not excited about it. Fortuna throws these wide looping, you know, dumbass shots that I can see anybody that has any little bit of skills going straight down the pipe on his ass, bro. I see that. I don't know. That's just me, bro. That's why I'm not that high on it, man, because the style is perfect for Ryan. That's what I see. Now, if y'all want to give him credit, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna give him no credit for Fortuna. So I'm not.
So let me say this, right? And then we're gonna get to the next subject, because I want to talk about this Vasyl Lomachenko shit real quick before we get to the Errol Spence. But let me ask y'all this, right? What can we do as content creators and fans of the sport, and everybody that's a fan of the sport? What can we do to change it back to how it used to be, to where you seen motherfucking the Black Mamba have 4-5 losses on his record and we wasn't paying no attention to that? When you seen Terry Norris already have 3 losses on his record, but he in the mega fight. When you see, you know, back how it used to be when we wouldn't, oh man, he lost, man. He got one, he's exposed, he's trash. What can we change? You before the whole Mayweather shit, when nobody was really looking at no O. When I was growing up in boxing, bro, I wasn't really paying attention to no O. I don't know if y'all was, but I wasn't. Was y'all?
Key, I'm way older than you. You know damn well I wasn't paying attention to that.
Yeah,
I still don't.
You ain't way old. You ain't. You might got. I don't know. You ain't way older though.
How old do you think I am?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. What? You don't look that old.
52.
Okay, so you got me by. Yeah, you got me by what 11 years. Yeah.
When you make
that's
53, Ken. When you make 53, Ken.
September 16th.
I ain't know. I ain't know you was yeah.
You a couple months older.
He said Puerto Ricans age well.
You goddamn right we do.
Shit in them. That's that black shit in them.
Yeah, yeah.
We do got African blood in us.
Yep, that's the African blood in y'all.
Nigga, look at Tito. That nigga is a nigga, boy. Stop that. Tito look like he grew up in the 7th Ward out here with me.
All right, D-Man Jr. I knew that little short, 4 foot tall, sawed-off shotgun was going to start talking shit about me and shit. Talk about Kano 65 and shit. All right, D-Man Jr. Wait till I go live on my channel, because you know I'm going to cook your ass.
Mike Ron says, y'all babies wait till you hit 60. Shit, I hope I'm still looking young when I hit 60.
Nice.
That's all I could, and healthy. But man, so I mean, Ricky, did you have anything to add on that? Like, did you see anything we could do to
just support the fight? I mean, support the game, man. Like support boxing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm just trying. Like, I have my moments. You know what I'm saying? I like certain fighters. I'm biased, but like I say, that's why we do fighter ratings, so we can set them biases to the side. You know what I'm saying? Like, just love the sport of boxing, man. These boxers come and go, man. Like, just think about it. Eat shit, fucking Bud 35. You see what I'm saying? What he got? Maybe 1 or 2 fights.
He said, well, like I said, but I talked to people from behind the scenes, and he told them he only fighting 2 more fights. And he chunking the dude.
The game is the game, but the players gonna keep changing in and out, man. So let's fall back in love with the sport of boxing, man. The art of boxing. It makes it a lot easier to deal with when your favorite fighter lose. You know what I'm saying? It makes it a lot easier to deal with when your favorite fighter lose, man. You know what I'm saying? And we got to start recognizing getting especially with the YouTube community, man, and how the media coverage is starting to go, man. Like either positive, negative, the way they try to see the YouTubers, man. We the one who keep this sport alive. You know what I'm saying? We the one who keep this sport popping and relevant, right? So we need to start actually getting back to boxing, man. You know, OTB, Keon, me, you know, looking at these young fighters and assessing them, man, and getting them up here and talking, you know, hey, let them know, hey, it's okay to catch a stick. You know what I'm saying? But we just got to get back to loving the sport, man, and not the personalities, man, because again, at the end of the day, boxers age in and out, man, and you just gotta stick with the sport, man. That's really what it is, man.
Yeah. Hey, that A1 Hoop Zone, he coming in here firing shots.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
he
get your
firing
ass
y'all
too,
up.
A1 Hoop Zone. Ain't nobody safe.
Hey, A1 Hoop gonna fire y'all up.
Hey,
yeah.
all the time.
I'm gonna say this though. I'm gonna say this, man. There's nothing we can do but leave. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, man, this is an abusive relationship that we're in. Hold on.
And y'all hit the like button. Smash the like button.
Smash the like.
I don't even want to go look at the likes because I know y'all. I know we slipping on the likes. Hit the like. Yeah, y'all get the likes up.
Disrespectful, man. They ain't hit that like button. That's
I'm gonna
so
tell you though, there's really nothing we could do, man, because we're not in the business of boxing. We cover the sport, we love the sport, but we're not in the business of it. You know what I'm saying? If we're in the business, we could change something, but other than that, we ain't nothing we could do.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but we can, you know, get off of motherfucking Twitter and all these social media sites when a dude lose, talking about that they trash and they got exposed, and that's what got a lot of these fighters scared to take certain fights,
bro,
because they know it's a possibility for them to lose, and they can't take that pressure.
But Keon, yeah, but the problem with that is, then I don't want to see your monkey ass anyway. You understand what I'm saying? I don't.
You cutting out, Coach.
Hey,
that my phone?
You be having these people with this cricket wireless shit on.
See, they was clowning on my motherfucking internet connection a while back. Now my shit nice. Yeah, see, y'all always be clowning about my shit. Now I done got my shit upgraded, my shit nice, and now y'all shit fucking up.
Got to be more careful.
Hey, hold on. I ain't talking about Ricky and Connor, right?
My shit always bang. I don't know what y'all talking about.
They got that top-notch studio
my
shit.
shit bang. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Ricky and Connor got that top-notch studio shit.
You pay for what you get, right?
Yeah.
I got that Xfinity shit.
Hey, but it looked like, I was just checking, man. It looked like fucking Ray Vargas is actually the favorite right now for that fight, that Mark Macedo fight. He didn't push
I favor Ray Vargas. I favor Ray Vargas. I favor Vargas in that fight.
Yep, he pushed up a fave. It's a -140 to a +110 for Ray Vargas.
But you know what though? Talking about that fight, you know what they want motherfucking Mark Macedo to be.
Yeah, the new Manny.
Yeah. So he might not get a close decision. Because Ray Vargas' name ain't really hitting like that no more.
Yeah, it looked like they got it for, you know, a decision. Everything else under that is crazy money. The lowest I see is like +1400 to end in a round. But
that dude got outboxed by Gary Russell with one hand, man. I'm not impressed with this dude. I think he getting a lot of chances because he Manny Pacquiao boy. Other than that, man, that boy ain't shit.
All I know, that dude's a fucking middleweight, dripping down, bro. That motherfucker big as fuck, bro.
Hey, man, can I ask y'all a question, man? Since somebody brought it up, man, can I ask y'all a question? Do y'all really believe Rodman gonna beat Jake Paul, bro? Do y'all not understand it's a trick? Do y'all know who Rodman Jr. is?
Yeah, that's
his fucking sparring partner.
Yeah, we know.
That you said that's Jake Paul's sparring partner?
Yes.
I didn't know they were sparring partners.
Yeah.
That brings a whole nother twist to the story. Then I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm trying to school you for they fool you,
Hey,
hip you
yeah,
for
y'all
they
can
dick you, bro.
And you know, and you know, Hakeem Rockman Jr. just got knocked out not too long ago.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
know.
know
I
what
knew
it is.
Just
that.
got
y'all hear
knocked
me?
out. Tommy
Yeah, we can
Morrison's
hear you.
son just
Be
knocked
good.
him out.
Oh, what I was saying was earlier before I was in a bad area. From what I was saying earlier, if a motherfucker fighter is that sensitive to where, you know, he worrying about what the fans saying, instead of use that for motivation like Errol Spence does. Oh, I heard what y'all was saying. I showed you motherfuckers. But if you got a fighter that's sitting there and because the fans saying, oh, he done lost, he ain't shit, well, that should be motivation for you. I don't want to see your bitch ass anyway if you that sensitive and you don't want to come and show the fucking people which fight the best because you scared to lose. Fuck that. I don't want to see no motherfucker like that anyway. That's my point.
Facts. Facts. I've been saying that for the longest, bro. Like, I don't understand, bro. Like, if you can't take constructive criticism from social media, man, and you know what I'm saying, you don't belong in boxing, bro. You weak, you soft. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we can't really say that though, because the old folks didn't have that type of pressure though. They ain't had nobody in their face all day, every day, telling them how much they suck or shit like that. We can't use it like that. We can't do it like that because,
Man, they was built
dude,
different. Come on, bro.
Man,
Back then, they
man,
know
you
how
can
to
say
fight.
stop
whatever you
that.
want, bro. You can say whatever you want, but they ain't had the same
I'm
pressure
saying the
though.
truth. That's what the fuck I'm saying. The truth. Not what I want. I'm telling you the truth.
You supposed to believe in your kid enough to fucking whoever you fucking fighting, I'm gonna whoop his fucking ass. That's competition and that's sports. So because they talk about fucking Dak Prescott, you think he ain't gonna still go out there and do his fucking
And
job when he's
fuck it, he gonna
supposed to?
still go out there and fuck up. That's what he gonna do,
Well,
coach.
that's your fucking thing. And stop acting like that because you a starstruck nigga when you met him. So
Nigga,
stop
you a
that.
goddamn liar. You a motherfucking liar. Hey, you a motherfucking liar. All right, coach. Yeah, speaking, Bill. Yeah, tell him, Bill.
Fucking right.
Tell him,
Goddamn right,
Bill.
because they fucking
Yeah, you're
about
gonna have to stand on that, coach.
You gonna have to
Tell
they
him,
stand
about
on it.
that
Bill.
Tell
fucking
him,
smoke.
Bill.
Hell yeah. Because you know what? They want
Coaches in
all
that.
the fucking smoke and you gotta respect it.
Hey,
That's right.
coaches in that. Hey, coaches in that. You know what I'm saying? I thought that nigga was in the Minister Society role. Stay up, Kane. Don't go. Tell him, Bill. There you go, Bill.
Yep. Tell them niggas how it is. They're fucking right. Because
Talk
that
about some
nigga, they
starstruck. That
want
nigga
all
Bill
the
Haney
smoke.
came in.
Yeah,
Tell
I
him,
ain't
Bill.
leaving him. It
Tell
ain't
him,
right.
Bill.
Say,
They
yeah,
want
nigga, that
all
was
the y'all can say whatever the fuck y'all want, but I'm gonna
He
tell y'all,
dead, coach. He
but I'm gonna
dead.
tell
He
y'all
ain't
like
coming
this.
back.
Ain't no motherfucking body can't say they don't want all the fucking smoke. A la motherfucking Tank Davis don't want no fucking smoke with no real fucking fighters. So that y'all keep supporting that bullshit. We've been doing this for over 2 years, Keon. I've been coming on your channel for over 2 years. And guess what? We've been saying the same fucking thing after every fucking fight. After every fucking, oh, he gonna fight somebody better next time. Man, get the fuck out of it. We keep getting mediocre bullshit knowing that he gonna win the fucking fight. Y'all can appreciate that. I don't. I don't appreciate that shit at all. Especially if a motherfucker is paying your motherfucking salary and you not giving. That's like the motherfucking police. You abuse the fucking system and don't follow the law, but you try to enforce law on other motherfuckers and don't give the fucking people who pay your motherfucking salary the service that we want. Fuck all that bullshit, man. Y'all fucking like that shit. But Deb, one thing you can say about Bill and fucking Deb, they want all the smoke. And before I even talked to Bill, I told y'all I got Devin over everybody at 135. Nah, that's all I got to say, niggas.
That's how you feel, coach.
Okay, coach.
Hey, coach.
Talk your shit.
Coach, have the queen drop the link in the chat so I can pin it. So everybody can subscribe to the channel.
Yeah, we gonna have couples corner tonight on Fridays. That's what we gonna do. We're gonna do couples corners on Friday, and but the rest of the week I'll be dropping videos and going live, and talking about boxing. So y'all got y'all a significant other. Just come on and participate and try to strengthen our black women and then strengthen our relationships.
Yes, indeed. Hey,
That's
Keon,
solid.
man. Hey, bro. I appreciate you allowing me on the panel, man. You know, my time. has expired. You know, I be on a time limit and shit. You know, I only spend so much fire, man, in different places, bro. So you know, you done got a little bit more than you were supposed to get out of me. You understand what I'm saying, man? You know, I got a timer on this shit.
Oh,
Man.
come on,
But I
Kondo, man.
appreciate
Here
you,
you
dog. You know
go,
what I'm
man.
saying?
Come on,
Hey,
man. Not right when I step on, big
Nah,
bro.
man. Hey, man,
Kondo.
listen, bro, man. You know, this shit is like the loud and shit. You know, it's like that exotic weed and shit, bro.
Man,
You
I
can't
come
just
off
get
the
so
block
much
for
in
this
places,
shit.
bro.
Hey,
I come
Kondo.
off the block for
Hey,
this shit,
Kondo, I
Kondo.
respect you. Before you get up out of here, though, Kondo, let everybody know what you got going on this weekend.
Man, Colonel Local Sports, man. I go on whenever I want, random times. You know what I'm saying? And when you enter, parental discretion is advised. You know I'm gonna talk my shit and I'm gonna do what I do the way I always do it, man. Hate it or love it, you'll laugh. Deuces.
Yeah. Hey, we got the queen in the building. What's up?
Salute,
Don't come in here. Hey, don't come in here with that. She got a smile on her face. I already know she gonna cut. I already know what she trying to do. Don't do it. Don't do it. You on mute. You on mute.
It's like she know it.
Yeah, she like, I
she on
know.
mute.
All right, Queen. Appreciate that.
Oh man. Coach, you in there? Tell her don't do it, Coach.
Don't do it.
Hey, Coach over there. He already in their ear. Yeah,
Look at her. Look at her. She
I'm not even around.
Get on the gas. Get on the gas.
Go ahead, hit the back.
She a
Hit the
grown ass
gas
woman.
pedal.
That's a grown woman right there. She
Pop
can
the
do whatever
clutch.
the fuck she wants.
Hey,
Pop the clutch.
hey, put the brakes on. Put the brakes on it. Hey, you on mute. You on mute. You gotta take it off mute. You on mute.
Yeah,
I said I only logged in because my husband is coming. I know he's coming up the stairs, so I just want him to be already on when he got here.
All right.
Okay.
Look,
He gonna switch.
Queen.
Okay.
Look, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. She holding it down.
Yeah.
Let me get the super chat. My man, One Swole Bro. He says, Keon the STL, appreciate you. He says, keep the content coming, giving real fight fans platform. Yeah, man, I appreciate you. Salute to you. I appreciate you. And man, we got introduce yourself, Francis. Man, let them know what it is.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? How y'all doing, man? How's everybody doing?
Salute.
Bless, man. This is Francis from the Wayne Boxing, man. We're just here to, continue to add to the sport that we all love. You know what I'm saying? And talk about this boxing. I heard you all talking about Tank Davis and Devin Haney and so on and so forth. So I just wanted to join the conversation.
Yeah, man, and they got a dope show. So make sure that y'all go subscribe to The Weigh-In. You could drop your link in the chat. They got a dope ass show, so y'all need to go over there and show them some love.
Yeah,
and they be cooking, and they got a dope ass setup. I ain't gonna lie, man. Y'all setup, yeah, that setup dope.
I checked y'all out yesterday. I gotta say, I definitely appreciate the content. All authentic. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate that y'all genuine to the sport, and the perspective's always dope. So
yeah,
definitely got a fan in OTB, man.
I appreciate that very much. Yeah, we just try to add to the sport, man, not take away. That's the main important part of it, you know what I'm saying, is to give these fighters exactly what they deserve, you know what I mean? Because getting between the ropes in itself is tough, man. You know what I mean? And they're doing it for our entertainment, so they don't even get paid enough already, in my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? I think they should be paid a lot more, given the injuries and stuff that they go through. That some of those silent things that they don't talk about, I feel like they should, you know what I'm saying, get everything that they deserve. So I want to lift up these fighters and put them on that pedestal, man, because they warriors for sure.
Facts.
For sure.
Insurance being one of them. Y'all know how hard it is for a boxer to have insurance?
Yeah.
Insurance companies don't cover them.
No.
Oh.
It's too much liability.
Insurance be sky high. Sky high.
That's where I think boxing takes another black eye, or kind of drops the ball, where they don't support their their fighters. They trying to support them. WBC try to do their best with some of the the charities they have set up and the things that they do. But I think coming as a collective together to try and protect these fighters should be number one.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
You're right about that. I think everybody can agree on that.
Cat scans, all that.
Because I seen Michael Spinks in New York, and I was actually walking, and I was like, did I look like Michael Spinks? No, that is Michael Spence talking to him for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He was waiting for a ride to come pick him up. But it's like, legends like that be walking around like, they need to continue to hear them claps and them cheers. You know what I'm saying? They need to continue to be treated like royalty. You know what I mean? Even after their days of, in the glory in the sun.
Facts.
Yeah, man.
Y'all know I'm in Cincinnati. We see a lot of that in boxers. Tony Tubbs.
When I go to these fights, man, I see, man, it's bad. You see, when you see some of these legends, when you go to these fights, man, it's bad.
Facts.
Like real talk. But man, I'm gonna skip to Vasyl Lomachenko. I'll get back to that, right? The next show. But I want to get into this Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, right? I want to get into the Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, and give me 1 second because I'm gonna pin right the link in the chat. Y'all go sub to Coach's channel. It's already pinned in the chat. J.A. Dixon pinned it in the chat. Go sub to Coach's channel, right? We will be on there tonight. Don't make sure that y'all don't miss it. It's gonna be at 8 p.m. Central Time. 8 p.m. Central. So now let's get into it, right? Let's get into it. Derek James, he came out and he said that Terence Crawford is not going to have no choice but to fight Errol Spence's fight. That dog shit on the inside. You know what I'm saying? Getting down and dirty, grinding. Right? Terence Crawford is not going to be able to stay on the outside and move around and, do what he like to do a lot of times. It's going to be a dog fight. And like Derek James said, he don't have no choice. And I agree with that because I've been saying that. 8 p.m. Jason Brown, 8 p.m. Central Time. So that'll be, 9 p.m. on the East Coast. And then Mountain Time, that's 6 p.m. So 6 p.m. Mountain, 8 p.m. Central, and 9 p.m. on the East Coast. Now, going back to what I said, right? I agree with what Derek James said, and I've been saying this shit for the longest. This shit finna be a dog fight. And we know that Terence Crawford does a lot of things great. But one thing that he really don't do is when that fighter's in the phone booth, he don't know how to fight in the inside. He like to hold you and grapple you because he's usually stronger than all of his opponents. You see how he wrapped up Sean Porter? Wrapped him up like he was a fucking toddler. You know what I'm saying? Like he was a little kid, wrapped him up, and Sean Porter couldn't outstrength Terence Crawford. But EJ is strong too. He's not finna be able to wrap up Errol Spence like that and just hold him every time Errol Spence go inside. Errol Spence hitting you on your motherfucking hips, your arms, in your chest, your elbows, wherever he can hit you at, that's where he hitting you at. And that's what type of fight is gonna be. Once the fight gets in, that's why a lot of people is banking, saying, "Oh man, Errol Spence ain't gonna last past 6 rounds," because they don't want it to last past 6 rounds because they know once Errol Spence get in that motherfucking 4th gear in that second half of the fight, and he start grinding on your ass and pressing your ass and walking you down, hitting you everywhere in your body on the inside, it's pretty much a wrap. Terence Crawford cannot keep up with Errol Spence. He can't keep up with him. Errol Spence, he throw too many punches. His gas tank is too high. And I'm not saying that Terence Crawford don't have no gas tank, but he usually, right, makes you fight his fight. So he'll usually slow your shit down. He's not doing that to Errol Spence. Errol Spence is on go mode. 150% of the time he's on go mode. Especially now that he back in dog shape like he was back when he was that nigga with the shag. Yeah. Y'all remember that nigga with the shag? He's back to that now. So Terence Crawford, and they see that. They see that. That's why they trying to get the biggest payday they possibly can. Because they know they going into danger. They going into danger. You feel me? More so now than ever. They see what Errol Spence is on. That nigga could fight right now if he wanted to. Errol Spence is in good enough shape to where if this fight was next week, he could go fight him next week. I'm pretty sure that Terence Crawford is in tip-top condition too. But I know that Errol Spence haven't stopped training since 2 days after the Yordenis Ugas fight. When was the last time we seen EJ on that type of time? Honestly, you have to go way back to before he fought Kell Brook. You would have to go way back to before he fought Kell Brook when he was still pulling up in the Range Rover on stop. You feel me? So, yeah, so if y'all think that Terence Crawford is going to be able to just do what he want to do, nah. He going to have to get down and dirty. Real talk, he going to have to get down and dirty. And at the end of the day, if you ask me, this fight is going to come down to who got more grit and who got the most dog in them. And if you can't fight like that, it's going to be a long, long, long motherfucking night. Ricky Williams, I'm going to pass it to you. And y'all hit the like button. Y'all smash the like button. And wait, before I do that, let me get to these super chats. I missed a few super chats. Kelly Thompson, salute to you. He said, shout out to my man Francis, the praying mantis. I see you, champ. Yeah, yes, sir.
Appreciate that, Kelly.
And let me see. Hold on. Let me get to his other super chat, and then I'm gonna let Ricky cook. Kelly, okay, I read that one. That was one I just read. And then my man Sean T in that super chat, he says, Key, you on one. And salute to you, man. Salute. Appreciate you coming through, showing love to the channel. Ricky, go ahead and cook, Ricky.
Oh man, I think what Derek James said was spot on, man. Like, first let me make this right, and I say this on my channel all the time, right? What's the old adage in boxing? Styles make fights, right? That's what everybody say. Styles make fights. It's incorrect. I'm telling all old heads, all legends, all boxing fans as a whole, it's incorrect. It's not styles make fights. It's it's which fighter can impose their style that makes the fight.
Did you hear what I said?
The one thing we cannot take away from Errol Spence is that whenever he's in a fight, he gets his style off. He's gonna get his style off, right? So, with that being said, while I understand what people see in Bud, this is a different type of animal that he's facing in Errol Spence Jr., right? You got to understand how Bud fights. The things he does, he's great at. He's great at. He's a sniper. He can catch you real quick with some hot shit, right? But he fights wide, right? He drags his back foot, and he's no good on the inside. Errol Spence is going to take you in a phone booth. You can't stop him from doing that. You can't stop him from doing that. Right? Name a fight where he didn't get close to a fighter and work on the inside. Name one. Name one. Right? Bud's gonna have to get in a phone booth and rumble in the jungle with EJ. Right? Now, my premise is that everyone sees, because he's been knocking out these 147 pounders that he's been in with, that he's gonna knock out Errol. The only question I have for my fellow fight fans is this: what happened when he catch Errol with some hot shit and Errol don't go nowhere? That's the question. That's what y'all betting on. That's what the world is seeing. Well, he stopped Sean Porter. He stopped Kell Brook. And I see what y'all see when y'all look at Bud, but I'm going to say it before. I said it before, and I'll say it again. This ain't that. This is not that. It's going to be different. It's going to be different. That's all I'm going to tell you. That's all I'm going to tell y'all. And I done said it since 2018 when everybody was saying, you know, this man could be Errol Spence. It ain't going to look like y'all think it's going to look. It's not gonna look how y'all think it's gonna look. I'm telling y'all. But again, he deserves it. Both of them deserve the money. It's the biggest fight in boxing right now. And y'all know me. Make the fucking fight. Make the fight. Let's see it. I got money to spend. Right? Hopefully it's good enough we get a rematch behind it. That's why I'm at with it right now. Right? But again, shout out to both of them. Again, it's quiet, so let's make the fight happen, man. And let's see who the best of the best. I mean, goddamn, how many undisputeds we will have this year if this fight hit?
What's that? Three? That 3, 4, 3 or 4?
Come on, man.
Three, possibly 4.
Right. This is like epic shit. We like watching history in the making, bro. So
but hold on. Let's not exclude the women.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I said possibly 4.
Yeah.
Right. So again, man, it doesn't matter who you like, man. We need to get back to loving the sport. You know what I'm saying? Loving the art of boxing, man. So again, I wish both of them luck, but I got EJ in this one. And like I said, man, EJ's gonna fight his fight, bro. It's if Bud can offset it. That's really what it comes down to.
I agree with you. I agree with you, Ricky. In Blue Blood Sports TV, with that Hundo.
Salute to Blue.
Salute to Blue in the building.
Blue, answer your damn phone, man. I called you the other day.
Yeah, man, I agree with you, Ricky. I agree. Coach, what you got?
Well, like I said, he gonna find out that it's different when he in there with EJ. But like I said, also, if I was training Terence Crawford, he would be throwing 1,000 jabs in camp a day, at least, because that's his only shot. His only shot is to make Errol reset and reset and reset, and when you throw in that jab, move. Because if you stand up in there and let him get close, he's gonna go to work. And the problem that I see that's gonna happen is Terence Crawford is not used to having to work that hard early. You know, you try to he try to download data, but you gotta understand while you downloading data, EJ on your ass. So that's the problem. So he's gonna have to pump that jab because he got longer arms than EJ. He's gonna have to pump that jab and he's gonna have to throw it with conviction. Not just that little pity pat bullshit that he normally do to set up other shit.
Yeah, that distance jab he be using. That distance jab.
He's gonna have to really reset EJ to keep him from getting on the inside. Now, don't get me wrong, EJ gonna be throwing jabs too, and we know how good his jab really is. So my thing is that Terence Crawford can't start slow in this fight. Now, the problem is if he start fast because EJ making you start fast, can you last? Because we know Errol Spence gets stronger and stronger and stronger as the fight wear on. So there's a lot of questions that Terence got to answer. You know, there's a lot of questions that he got to answer. Can he keep EJ on the outside? Because just that turning ain't gonna get it. Because he, just like I said, if y'all ever look at him hitting pads when Derrick James is moving around the ring, and you can see it in the Algieri fight, you can see it in every fight that he's in. He's mirroring his opponent. So you can't go no fucking where. You're gonna have to fight him. And that's what people not understanding when it comes to this fight. Go watch him hit pads and watch what they do. Derrick James will move, EJ stay in front of him no matter what. He's moving with him. As he moves, he moving right there to where he's gonna be in front of you all night long. You don't have to, it's cutting the ring off, but he don't have to cut the ring off because he's staying in front of you the whole time. And the thing that's impressive about Errol Spence is this. His stance, he's never out of position to punch. He's never out of position to punch. And I don't know if y'all understand what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that his base is always in position to punch or protect himself. He's not out of position where he's off balance. It happens every now and then, but most of the time he's on balance and he got his feet under him and he's in position to punch. The shit that's very difficult to do in a boxing ring. But he's perfected and he mirrors you. So, like I said, if Bud can't offset Errol with his jab and make him reset every time, it's gonna be a long night for Bud. Because I don't know a fighter that can keep pace with him. Not at that weight. I don't. So that's all I got on it.
Yeah, I think. Let me see. I think with OTB, that's on you.
Y'all sure y'all don't want me to go last?
I mean, hey,
go ahead, man.
Bullshit, man. Just like y'all,
What's your
just
shit?
like Coach just said. Yeah, he gonna mirror you all night, and he gonna control the line with that jab, which he does well. But he don't get his fucking head off the line. So that 74-inch reach that Bud got is damn sure gonna hit his ass. So just like we know that he gonna apply the pressure, we gonna time the. It's gonna be easy to time because we know what you doing. This is like the bad habit that you have ain't never been fixed. And the way that you fix it is with that orchestrated pressure. It's with the pressure. So you say, we don't got no head movement, so we gonna stay on your ass, which means that your ass gonna get hit too, which we continuously see him do. And when we talking about the best finisher in boxing, I don't see it, period.
You done?
Hey, co-host, don't start no shit. I hit the wrong button.
You
Nah, I ain't done. Nah, I ain't done. Just because you started some shit. But yeah, and as far as him having to get in the phone booth, it's 74 inches that he got to deal with. And I'm talking about a looping left hook. So if you think your ass gonna close the distance with getting around that left hook, then you gonna be the first person I done seen do it. And so I don't feel like, you know what I mean, that fight is I don't feel like it's going that way. And y'all know what I got.
So what you got? How's it going?
I got Bud, and I got him finishing him.
So you got Bud in what round?
11th. I think it go 11th round. 11 rounds.
So you got Bud stopping Errol Spence in the 11th round.
Yep. What round did he stop Sean Porter in?
You done lost your goddamn mind.
What round did he stop Sean Porter in?
You done lost your motherfucking
What round
mind.
did he stop Sean Porter in?
10.
When the
EJ
stopping
ain't no
streak
Sean
don't
Porter.
stop. The stopping streak don't stop. We done stopped 10 straight. I don't see EJ, you understand, being able to fix that. That's a hell of a if y'all telling me that him staying on the line and continuously to take power punches ain't a detrimental factor to have.
Okay, I hear you.
You done?
Let me read this super chat real quick, and then I'll pass it. I don't know who next in the rotation.
Of course, my host gonna make sure he go next. He can't wait to talk this old Errol Spence shit.
Kelly Thompson say, yeah, that's cool and all, OTB, but Errol got the better chin though. EJ never been dropped by a crab and lobster, bro.
Okay. Okay. So you say Errol got the better chin because he got dropped because Bud got dropped on the flash shot from Kavaliauskas. No problem. He has better balance. You understand? But he ain't fought nobody that hit like Bud neither. So nah, that's not accurate. You can't even make that assumption when he ain't fought that type of power. You telling me Danny Garcia had that type of power? No. You telling me you guys had that type of power? Hell nah. He ain't stopped no damn body. Go look at his resume. Shit. And you telling me Sean Porter had some power? Better go watch his fights too. We do this shit.
Man, somebody cook his ass already. Man.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
No, it's like,
are you finished or are you done in my Birdman voice?
Like I said, man. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, bro. But like I said, y'all banking on that power. I'm telling y'all, this ain't that. Y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna see. You know what I'm saying?
My man.
You gotta see the fight. You gotta see the fight. You know what I'm saying?
Man Kelly Thompson says, and I don't see Bud being able to fix that weak chin neither.
Now look, let me get some law and order back up in here as OTB came in here with this wild disruptive shit. All right. First off, like Keon said, I haven't seen one fight that Errol Spence has fought where he has dictated the pace. I haven't seen one fight. One of the reasons why Errol Spence is such an attractive fighter to watch is because it's guaranteed to be an action-packed fight based on his style. Number two, you always talk about all these straight right hands he's taking. The only time we've ever seen any damage on Errol Spence was against Sean Porter. Every other time he's done fighting. Every other time he's done fighting, he look like he go to the club after the fight. So I don't know what all these huge power shots you see him taking, and the shots, the most effective shots I've seen Errol Spence take on a consistent basis, to be quite honest, because when I look at the Sean Porter fight, I just kind of have that as a wash because he was kind of fucking off during that part of time in his career. To me, if any boxing fan, if you just go look at, if you go look at the Sean Porter fight, and you go look at the Ugas fight, you go look at the Sean Porter fight, or just about any other fight besides the Mikey Garcia fight, Errol Spence looked weight drained. He looked weird. He didn't even look like himself in that fight. But that's on him. Ain't no excuse, because that's on him. But I'm not going to judge. That's what it sounded like, co-host. I'm not going to judge somebody on their worst performance. I don't do that. I'm not going to say, hey, you know what? This is this guy's career based on their worst performance. I'm gonna look at your overall performances. And when I look at his overall performances, he does seem to have a better chin than Bud Crawford. And I'm gonna tell you why. Bud Crawford, when he get hit with big shit, his mentality still want to fight, but his body do something else. He got a mind of his own. When he get hit, his legs get a little stinky. He start hugging niggas. I thought, me personally, I didn't know what the fuck was going on with me and shit. I thought he was proposing to him or something. I didn't know what was going on during that shit. But all I'm gonna say is this: the longer the fight go, the worse off it is for Terence Crawford. The longer the fight go, it's gonna be worse for Terence Crawford. Me personally, I feel like Terence Crawford, well, it's a 50-50 fight. Terence Crawford, chance of winning the fight to me is catching Errol Spence with something coming in and hurting him and dazing him, and he's a great finisher. That's what I see for Terence Crawford to win the fight. Errol Spence to win the fight is for him to do what he normally does, and we all see if Errol Spence wins the fight or his 50% chance of winning that fight, Terence Crawford's going to take major damage. He's going to take a lot of damage. Let's keep it real. Ain't too many people been the same after they fought Errol Spence. We could go look at the track. We could go look at the track record. Ain't nobody really been the same after that. It just is what it is. So this fight to me is going to come down to durability, because Terence Crawford is an emotional fighter. He's an emotional fighter. I was just watching the film on him today, and as soon as he get hit with something, he's coming back and he want to throw 4, 5, 6 punches and come right back at you. And Errol Spence is going to drag him into a street dog fight because it's bad blood. I'm telling you something. These two guys respect each other, but I'm going to tell you, they don't like each other. They respect each other as boxers. But with all this shit that's been said back and forth, they don't like each other. And this is going to be a fight. And Bud likes to fight too. Both of these guys like to fight. I see it going like this. I see maybe a stoppage somewhere between rounds, I would say rounds 10 or 11. I see the ref stopping the fight, and I see either the ref is going to stop the fight or Bomac is going to throw his the towel, into the ring.
Are you finished or are you done? We know your ass done. I'm gonna let somebody else go. I'm not even gonna rebuttal that because that's my co-host.
I'm actually about to get out of here because I got my show at 7. I got to prep. All I gotta say is these two fighters meeting up at the. They both kind of start slow, in my opinion. They're gonna meet up at the end when they start to get warm. So around 4, 5, and 6, when they both kind of like locking on each other, downloaded all the data they need to download on one another, being high level fighters, it's going to be explosive on all levels. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Decision, knockout. Let's just get it 2 or 3 more times, and I'm good. Peace and love to y'all. We'll see y'all at 7 if you're tapping in with us.
Yes, sir. And y'all go sub to the weigh-in, bro. Y'all go check out the weigh-in. Great channel. Aisha said that she see the ref stopping. Hold on, it jumped on me. She said she see the ref stopping because Bud's eyes are closed. I can see that, though. Real talk, Aisha, I can see that. Because we already know Errol Spence, the eye snatcher.
You know, oh, my gosh.
Errol Spence, he's taking eyes. The eye snatcher, we already know what that is. Yeah, OTB. Let me let W right side cook, man.
Man, I found it interesting what Derrick James said. He said that Errol's going to make you fight him in a certain place. A lot of people before the Ugas fight, they were telling me that Ugas, it was a 50-50 fight. Ugas had a really good chance to win the fight. He could use some of his lateral movement. He had good hands, all these type of things, right? What happened in that fight? The people will tell you now, Ugas stood there like a punching bag. Right. Ugas didn't stand there like a punching bag. Errol made his ass stand there with the body work that he was putting on his ass. You know what I'm saying? And then when you start getting hit with them body shots, you start having to fight more because the body shots take your legs away. With Bud Crawford, since he's moved up to 47, his lateral movement has not been nearly what it was, and that may also have something to do with age. You know what I'm saying? But his lateral movement hasn't been nearly what it was earlier in his career. And because of that, it's gonna happen the way Derrick James said. He got to fight on the inside damn near, unless he plan to use a great jab like Coach said and lateral movement that we hadn't seen in a few years from the nigga. So at the end of the day, I think it's gonna come down to the body work. If Bud can't stop EJ from getting on the inside and working that body, then he ain't gonna make this. The shit ain't gonna go but 9 rounds or so, because the body work, once that shit start to accumulate, ribs start to get broke, shit starts to get fractured. The shit, it's a difficult ass fight. Then you know what I'm saying. So I think Bud, for him to win the fight, you know what I'm saying, he's gonna have to use a great jab, but it's gonna come down to what is his power really like against somebody like EJ who does have a chin. If you can't hurt EJ and show that you're the best finisher in the game, then you're gonna get your ass whooped, bro. It is what it is.
Right. I'm telling y'all, man, it's crazy. How is everybody picking? Well, how's a lot of the diehard Bud fans picking Bud to stop EJ? But Bud is the one with the weaker chin. It's been proven over and over again. Y'all seen Errol Spence hurt one time early on in his career. Early in his career, y'all seen him hurt one time, and he went on to do what? Beat the dog shit out of Larte and get him up out of there. What was that? How many fights? What was it?
It was actually a decision. He got hurt at the bell at the 7th.
Yeah,
and to be honest, the 8th round was the only round EJ lost, because he did lose some steam, but it was an 8-round fight.
Yeah, he lost 1 round in that whole fight. It punished him the rest of the fight. We've seen Bud Crawford get touched up, and we've seen him get hurt on multiple occasions, right? We've seen that he has the weaker chin out of the two. So how y'all picking him just to stop Errol Spence? And it's very few people picking Errol Spence to stop Bud. I don't understand that. If you ask me, it'll be the other way around. I haven't said neither one is going to stop, the other. But I'm saying if I pick one to get stopped, it's definitely got to be Bud from what I've seen. I done seen EJ get hit with hard-ass shots and smile and laugh and continue to come forward. He got hit by some of the biggest punches. Danny Garcia could crack. You know what I'm saying? When he fought Danny Garcia, he was coming off of that car wreck. So he got touched a lot by, I ain't going to say a lot, but he did get hit quite a few times by Danny Garcia with hard shots. And he was walking through them shits. You seen what he did in the Ugas fight. That motherfucking chin was, he was looking down at the ground for his mouthpiece, and Ugas had a free shot on him. Took off on him.
And that's what worried me, Key.
He
That's
fell up
what
against
worried
the
me.
ropes and came right back and got in Oogie's ass and was beating the shit out of him from that point on to the rest of the fight. You seen Kell Brook. Kell Brook can crack. Kell Brook cracked him with some, hard shots.
Sure did.
Flush shots. And what'd he do? Kept coming forward. I ain't seen Bud Crawford in the ring with even that level of competition. Yeah, he fought Kell Brook when Kell Brook was washed up, trained himself, didn't have a trainer, and wasn't in the weight class for almost 4 years. Yeah, that Kell Brook. See, people don't like to talk about that. They like to talk, oh man, look what Crawford did to Kell Brook. But you don't want to talk about that. Kell Brook trained himself for the whole training camp because his trainer said, I'm not training you.
Yeah, that's being ingenuous, bro. Like, I don't understand what people don't understand. It matters when you get a fighter, bro. Time matters when you get a fighter, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For y'all to eat, for people to even use that as a talking point is just weird to me, bro. Like, Amir Khan after he was at the end of his line, Kell Brook at the end of his line, man. That ain't the same as beating a fighter in their prime, bro, or closer to prime. So, like I said, that's the reason why everybody want to see this fight, bro, because both of these fighters are damn near, if they not at their prime, they as close to it as possible, right? So all that other stuff, man, it comes down to who's gonna impose their style that night. That's what it's gonna come down to. That's what it's gonna come down to.
It's gonna come down to the grit and who got the most dog in them too. You know what I'm saying? Who got the most dog? I'm not sitting up here telling you that Errol Spence is gonna stop Terence Crawford. You feel me? But I think if you had to choose one, I would favor Errol Spence to stop Terence Crawford before I would favor Terence Crawford to stop EJ, because I know what his chin is. He got a hell of a chin. You're gonna have to damn near kill him to stop. You're gonna have to damn near hit him in his motherfucking jaw with a sledgehammer to stop him.
But you know why I say that, Key? Because it's one speed. Like y'all say, once he kick in that fourth gear, shit, we talking about the best thing Bud do is timing. The best thing about Bud is his timing. And when you talk about timing and you talk about that pressure is gonna be shit. Once you digest it, then you gonna be able to time it.
The problem is OTB, when he do kick it in fourth gear, that's in the second half of the fight, and your man is bruised up before that by then, and hurting by then, and can't let his hands go by then because he been beating on you, and you still trying to download, and this motherfucker's picking up gear, and you in it get harder and harder and harder to defend yourself when you've been hit on for most of the round. So that's why I say Bud can't start late in this fight.
Well, that's saying that he, I mean, and that's why I said I could see this being a chess match for the first, 4, maybe 6 rounds, and we could really be bored with this fight.
It's not gonna be a chess match. This is what
hold
you
on,
don't
though.
understand.
Okay. Now you can have that opinion. However, you talking about 2 A-level minds. You understand? And you talking about one with a consistent pressure and the other one depending on his timing and his counter punch ability. That counter punch ability means that he can respond to the pressure for the first 4 rounds. Respond to the pressure, stay in the fight. And then I've digested, so I'm ready for your 4th speed, which I'll call it. I'm ready for you to pop the clutch. And when you pop the clutch, now I'm switching to southpaw.
You're gonna switch to southpaw.
So you got something else to worry about, even when you kick into your next gear.
I can't even give you that, OTB, because we all know he switched to southpaw automatically on lesser fighters than Errol Spence, bro. I honestly feel, looking at it, the only chance he really has against Errol is to fight orthodox, so he can shoot the right hand, right? Like you said, Errol does have a problem moving his head off the line sometimes. That's a fact. That's a fact. This is not opinion.
Yeah, that ain't just happening.
Right. But the thing is, we all know Bud is not the best or his most effective at orthodox. He's not. Because whenever he comes and if he can't stifle a jab or paw your jab down, that's when and you start landing on him. He switched to orthodox first round, second round, third round, right? And I honestly believe, my personal opinion. I'm not Cleo, I'm not a mind reader, but in my personal opinion, he's not a better southpaw than Errol, right? It's easier for a southpaw to fight a southpaw, and he's not a better southpaw than Errol. Then the thing is, and I know people gonna go crazy when I say this, and I said this on my channel. Look, Bud at heart is a counterpuncher.
Yep.
At his core, he's a counterpuncher, bro. If you take away the rhythm, right? You take away the rhythm in the box. If you look at Ugas and Bud, they damn near the same fighter. They sit and wait for you to commit, lean up and try to counter. So it's not nothing he's seen. Everybody just hoping that Bud is so good that his timing is better and that he's going to stop that man with one shot. I'm telling y'all, that's not going to happen.
No, it's not a one-shot matter. It's a matter of the best punch you having being a jab and me being in my effectiveness being my counter punch ability. So you lean on that punch to the extent that it's easy for me to counter that punch. I see it at 70, 80 times a round for the first 3 rounds. I don't give a fuck how much you speed it up.
Well,
it's gonna be easy to time.
I got a quick question about that. What was his reasoning for not being able to do that against Sean Porter? Because against Sean Porter, when Sean Porter was throwing his jab, I mean, Terence Crawford was so cautious. I mean, CompuBox had this man landing 20 punches in 5 rounds. He was super gun shy, and he had a hard. One thing I've noticed about Terence Crawford is that he doesn't do well with people who jab. If you're jabbing, he doesn't throw a lot of punches when you're jabbing. His rhythm is off. And when you talk about Errol Spence's pressure, he has a disciplined pressure. It's not Sean Porter's pressure, and it's not Felix Diaz. He's not lunging in. He's not lunging in for punches and stuff like that. And we saw against Sean Porter all this, beautiful boxing, counter punching, this, that, and the third. His corner was telling him he was down. I'm not saying he was down, but just the perception that the fight was that close against someone who doesn't have the best jab, who isn't the most skilled boxer in a Sean Porter, and Sean Porter also was able to get inside that man's wheelhouse.
You ever had to fight your homie, Kwame? You ever had to fight your homie? You ever
Nah,
had to
don't
do that? I'm just saying, man. You ever had to fight your homie, man? No, when your homie wet, you know what I mean? You don't want to finish him, but you gotta finish him. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to finish him, but you gotta finish him.
Hey, but I'm in Buck. So one thing that EJ cannot do, right? And I've said this before. Errol Spence, in his fight with Danny Garcia and in his fight with Ugas, right? He was lunging a lot, right? Sweeping, missing, wide body
he sails out.
Yeah, missing wide body shot. Now, he was doing that in those fights. Now, I looked at it and I said it's because he probably rushed and his timing was off. He can't be like that against Bud. Now, that's one thing he can't do against Bud. Because if he do that shit against Bud, you might get your wish, OTB. He might go to sleep.
For real.
Because Bud's timing, he has excellent timing, right? And he's waiting for you to do just that.
Just that thing.
That's what he's waiting for. He's stepping back, he's sliding to the side, and he's waiting for you to do that. So Errol Spence, his defense, right? And he's going to have to be on point with his offense. He can't miss those wide looping shots to the body, leaving his head wide open. He's not going to be because he's not going to get away with that like he did against Danny Garcia and Ugas. So that's my main thing with him.
I agree.
When I look at this fight, right, everybody know Errol Spence my guy. I fuck with Terence Crawford too, but I'm going for Errol Spence. That's the only thing that, makes me afraid when it comes to looking at the fight, in assessing Errol Spence. I know he can't do that against Terence Crawford. You feel me? That's the only really thing I'm worried about. Everything else, I'm like, oh yeah, Crawford ain't really got nothing on him, everything else. But that, yeah, he can't do that.
Right.
And I know Derrick James know that. And I know EJ know that because he kind of mentioned it his last fight. He was like, I was kind of, my timing was kind of off. I was, my shit was kind of off. He even everybody was so impressed with his performance with Ugas, but he wasn't even impressed. He was like, it took me a long time, shit, I was kind of off in the beginning. But then when he got warmed up, you seen him make the adjustments and correct those mistakes. He wasn't making those mistakes during the second half of the fight, but he made those mistakes in the first half of the fight to where I was like, yeah, if this is Crawford in the ring, he gonna have a motherfucking problem.
And so that's why Bomac was talking shit during the fight. That's why he was like, shit, we gonna fuck him up.
Overextending himself. He can't overextend himself to the body or to the head with Terence Crawford because Crawford gonna be waiting for that shit. So that's my main thing. But he needs to stick behind his jab because Terence Crawford have a lot of problems with fighters that can jab. We seen it against Igis Kavalaskis. We seen it against Benavidez when early in the fight. We also seen it.
And Jose Benavidez.
Yeah, Benavidez. Yes, what I'm talking about. We also seen it when he fought Kell Brook. Kell Brook was tearing his ass up with that jab. And I think that even though Kell Brook was, was a shell of himself, if you ask me, from when he fought Errol Spence, like I said, he didn't have a trainer. He hadn't fought at that weight class in a long time. I'm not gonna say that he was weight drained because I don't know, but I know he hadn't fought at that weight class in years. Even though all of that, I think that Kell Brook's biggest thing is he didn't have no punch resistant left. Maybe from having to drain all of that weight, right? Maybe from not being at that weight. You seen that shit. He didn't want to fight Khan at 147. Shit. So with that being said, I think that Terence Crawford, we know his flaws. We know that he got a problem with guys that can jab. And in Errol Spence, if you ask me, he got the best jab in the welterweight division. Hard, clean jab.
Hey, let me say something.
Working behind that jab, he's gonna work behind that jab. He's gonna break you down to the body while he's working behind that jab. And then you let it get to the second half of the fight, right? 7, 8 round. Terence Crawford gonna have a problem because this man still got a gas tank, like when the fight
first started.
Like when the fight started. Even his gas tank get better over the rounds, right? So I think that a lot of people saying, EJ won't get past 6 rounds because that's Terence Crawford's best bet is to catch Errol Spence, right? Lunging in, overextending himself like he does early on in fights, and catch him with some shit. And then if Terence Crawford gets you hurt, we know one thing, he gonna capitalize on that shit. You know what I'm saying? He not finna let you off the hook. If you ask me, Terence Crawford, it could be Jerron Boots Ennis, but Jerron Boots Ennis haven't even fought the competition that Crawford's fought, right? So if you ask me, I'm gonna say right now, from what I've seen, Terence Crawford is the best finisher at 147. He's the best finisher because if he gets you hurt, you might as well turn your TV off because you know what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what I gotta say. In regards to both of these fighters.
Well, I gotta disagree with my brother Ricky on one thing. Ricky said that he think his best way to fight Errol is orthodox. I disagree with that. I think that his best, he should get in the southpaw stance from the dump and stay in it because of the fact that Errol used to seeing right-handers. Most of his fights were against right-handers, and this kind of negates the angles when you're in the same position. When y'all fighting out of the same position. So by him getting in the orthodox stance, he's gonna be less effective in the orthodox stand because Errol getting the angles, and Errol's used to fighting. He's used to fighting orthodox fighters. So I think that Crawford's best thing is to do, like I said, is be in the southpaw position and using his jab to reset EJ to keep the pressure off of him.
I agree.
So that's my only.
I got y'all.
Y'all hit the like Y'all
yeah.
hit the like button.
Fact.
There's 210 people
I
in the
got
building. Hit the like button. Smash the like
The
button.
thing is this,
Everybody in
though.
the building, hit the like button. It's free. It don't cost nothing to hit the like button. If you forgot, I'm reminding you, hit the like button.
And this the difference. This the difference, though. If you watch Errol, bro, he actually pressures. He puts more pressure on southpaws, bro. Right? He actually puts more pressure on southpaw and forced them into a tougher fight, bro. And he's gonna go watch the fights he fought southpaws at. Now they ain't the caliber of Bud Crawford. Let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? But if you go watch how he fights southpaws, he goes here, he comes and he attacks that left side and puts them up against the ropes and pressure him. That's where the phone book. If Bud stay, if he comes out southpaw, fucking Errol's gonna pressure him to the ropes and put him in a phone booth. That's why I said his best bet is to remain orthodox so he can shoot that right hand down the pipe. Right? He's not. I'm telling y'all right now. If he comes,
I see success on both ends.
If he comes out in orthodox, bro. If he comes out in southpaw, I'm telling y'all, it's gonna get ugly even faster, bro.
I disagree.
Yeah, me too.
I disagree. I disagree though, Rick, because that's a 74-inch reach, and then we know what that left hook do. I mean, we know what that right hook do when he's switching to southpaw.
I hear what you're saying, OT.
When he's switching to southpaw,
if he stay in southpaw,
you talking about timing that jab.
No. See, again, you was talking about if Bud is able to keep him at range, bro. Look, Bud needs to have you at the end of that 74-inch reach because that's where his power is at. His power's not up close.
Bud
right?
got power in both hands.
I didn't say that.
The problem is this. This is what y'all not.
I'm just saying when you talk about him getting in the phone.
Listen to what I'm saying. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish, Ricky. Go ahead.
Right. What I'm saying is this. I'm not saying. What I'm saying is that Bud has to have you at range to take advantage of his power, bro. He's not gonna get that shit off up close. That's why whenever you see him fight, bro. Even when you try to press him on the inside, he got to take a step back because it's just like Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder ain't going to catch you with a short shot. He got to get you at the end of his shit. Right. The end of it. That's Bud Crawford. But what happens is when you fight, when Errol Spence fights a southpaw fighter, he comes in close because he's going to take away your left hand, right? That means Bud got to have that. No matter what you say, OTB, this is the truth, right? Yes, that hook, that looping hook, that's his bread and butter. That step back uppercut in the hook, that's his shit. That's Bud Crawford money. But he gotta be at distance. He's not gonna be able to get that shit off when you up close, right? And I watch tape. I know you at OTP. I know you, bro. You watch tape, you break it down.
Come on, Brody. You know we love this shit.
Go watch Errol fight southpaws, and they all end up against the ropes. Every single one of them, either up against the ropes or in the corner.
The fucking orthodox, fuck all of them end up against the ropes.
But that's because he's bigger than all of them.
The problem is this. Now y'all answer this question. This is the question I got. Okay, if orthodox fighter
before you go, coach, before you go, let me get these super chats and then I'm gonna let you cook. Kelly Thompson back in that super chat. He say, "Do you guys know if EJ is bringing back Blu-ray for this fight?" No, he not. Him and Blu-ray not working together no more. That shit's a wrap. But he has he has a strength and conditioning coach and a nutritionist. It's called Fight to Be Fit. Yeah. That's who he used his last fight with Ugas. And like I said, I like the results that I saw. You know, and Blu-ray is great and he do his thing, but like I said, I like the results that I've seen. Errol, he was in shape. He didn't have a problem making the weight, and he was strong as hell. So, and we seen his endurance. You know, he didn't get tired like he did in Danny Garcia, the Sean Porter, and the Mikey Garcia fight. So it's making a big difference. My man Hubert Johnson says, "What's up, fellas? Glad to be here. Talk this boxing. Salute to you, man. Appreciate you coming through, showing love. But yeah, it's on you, coach."
See, this is what y'all have to understand, and the reason I said what I said. Bud has to use his fucking jab to win this fight. He has to offset Errol, and when you're in the orthodox position, y'all got two front hands up. So it's harder to land a jab with two front hands up, right? You got the right-handed fighter got his left foot forward and his left arm forward. and the southpaw got his right hand. So y'all constantly fighting for position. Now, in order for if he's in a southpaw stance, y'all opposite, so your jab can land better. Instead of you're just having to throw your right hand, which is getting you off of your back, which is getting you on your front foot because you're throwing the fucking right hand. So in order, like I said earlier, in order for Bud to win, you got to have that side open to where he can use his longer reach and I mean, not no bullshit pity pat jabs. That's why I said that he's better off to be in the southpaw position.
And in the boxing match,
Coach,
Coach, I may be inclined to agree with you. If we gonna box all 12 rounds, that's what I want him to do.
Exactly.
But we trying to stop his ass. So
Okay,
go ahead and that takes away your timing.
I hope he don't have your mentality.
That eliminates your timing if that's what you're gonna do, because you're gonna allow Errol to punch with you. And when you allow him to punch with you, he gonna close the distance on your 74-inch reach faster than he is if you make him worry about something on your back leg. So as much as you can say, and as much as your opinion is your opinion, and you can hope he don't have it, but regardless, if that aspect that you just said, it allows Errol to punch with you and close the distance. And when you don't have a reach advantage, I'm gonna punch with you and get your ass in the pocket and tear your ass up.
OTB.
No, I don't want to see him.
If I move to your left side, if I'm a southpaw, if I move to your left side, right? I got the angle. You can't hit me. I can hit you.
Right. That's how you
move.
Right.
That's boxing
that's
101.
How you teach
but
boxing 101.
If you got
so
that
you
front
eliminate
arm,
one of the hands.
But if you got that front arm, I'm telling you right now, Bud Crawford has to use his jab in this fight, and he has to use it often. Because if he don't, and Errol start getting his jab off, because he gonna 1-2 you. He gonna 1-2 you.
But
up
that
and down
eliminates
with that jab.
his best characteristic, which is his timing. That's why we never seen him jab for a whole fight. That's why Terence has such an ineffective
double
jab.
or triple jab, Bud? How many times?
So what's the more important thing? Is it for Bud to use his jab, or for him to be able to control and neutralize Errol jab in the fight? What's going to be more important?
It's gonna be more important to slow Errol's rate down and keep Errol to having to reset by using his jab, and he can't use his jab if they're on the same side. If they both fighting, one orthodox and one fighting southpaw, y'all both got y'all fucking front hands up. That's why
I agree with that.
That's a fact.
That's accurate. That's accurate, and that's why I say it. If we gonna box and we gonna fight,
Bud Crawford can use his jab.
But if we gonna fight for points, then
slow down. That's what I'm saying.
But if we gonna fight for points, I agree.
Effectively, that pitter patter shit, dude. I'm talking about use that motherfucker to make sure Errol and pivots and have to throw that jab hard. Because if he don't do that, and Errol and you not being effective, he gonna put that pressure on. He going to your body. He gonna hit you up and down. And the problem is, y'all also don't see how many times have y'all seen Bud Crawford in a fight where a motherfucker throwing 2 and 3 jabs at a time? Never. Not one fight y'all can go to right now that Bud Crawford had where a motherfucker is jabbing to get in and using it 3 and 4 times just to set up. Because if you bring your hands here, he gonna hit you.
And that's what's gonna happen if you start goddammit jabbing. If you start jabbing anymore, you eliminate your best characteristic, which is your timing. Because now you reacting with him. Now you making him react to you. So you fighting off of your front foot.
Second, is what I'm telling you.
Yes, he can, coach.
Okay, you're gonna get fucked up. Watch it.
Yes, he can.
Because he's not gonna land that shit. He's landing on no
that way, man.
I promise you that. He better fucking use his jab to be offensive and not fucking you and to fucking.
That's a totally different Bud than we've ever seen.
First, bro.
That's a more active Bud.
If he not first, you're gonna see him having to do the same thing Ugas did, had to protect himself at all times because a motherfucker's on your.
And that's a front foot dominant Bud. That's not. That's not.
I agree.
A Bud we've ever seen.
I agree, Coach. He has to use his jab. The brother down here with the Georgia emblem, who said Avatar, he said what's more important him jabbing or stopping Earl from jabbing. It's him jabbing is more important than stopping Earl from jabbing because
how when Earl jabs more than any.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because when Kell Brook, when he fought Errol Spence, he started to neutralize Errol Spence's jab with his timing as well. And he did that with what? His jab, just like what Coach said. But Crawford's going to need to use his jab, and he's going to need to use his jab to establish that 74-inch arm reach distance that you keep talking about.
Right.
Because if he goes into a firefight, it's not going to be good for him. He has to fight, I believe, for Terence Crawford to win. He has to fight like he's fighting to win points in the beginning. He has to do that to try to rack up points and get rounds with under his scorecard on the scorecards. But if he's not able to neutralize Earl's jab, that's a problem. If he's not jabbing also for himself, if he's waiting on just countering, that's going to be a big problem too. If you take a look at the Kell Brook fight, because I've said this years and years and years ago. This fight is going to be very similar to the Kell Brook fight with Errol Spence. From Errol Spence's perspective, Terence Crawford's going to have some success at the beginning of the fight with boxing when they feeling each other out tactically, and then the fight is going to break out, and the motherfuckers is going to fight, and that's where the issue is going to come in for Terence Crawford. If he goes orthodox at the beginning, he's going to get stopped a lot quicker than I think he's going to get stopped because he can't stop. He's not as good as an orthodox fighter. It's been shown. It's been proven. What he used to do in fights was he used to be better fighting orthodox, and he would get people used to fighting him in that style, and then boom, he would switch southpaw to throw them off. And now they're fighting a whole different fighter. And he would see how he could dissect you as an orthodox fighter, then turn southpaw where his best offense is at, and then get you up out of there. But now what's happening is that he's fought southpaw so much that his orthodox shit is fell off. And he's not even dominating fighters from the orthodox. From Kell Brook to Sean Porter, I mean, he's jumping out of orthodox so goddamn quick because he's not getting the looks that he want no more, and he's fighting southpaw. So if he go orthodox, he's gonna have a huge problem. I'm just telling you that now. Coach said it right. Errol Spence is used to fighting right-handed fighters. That's gonna go up his alley, and that's not Bud's strongest suit in his repertoire. Is fighting orthodox. Bud's strongest suit is fighting as a southpaw fighter, and he's really good with getting. He's really good with hooking with his right hand, countering and stepping backwards with that right hand. That's the shit that get a lot of people in trouble with Terence Crawford. He'll step back and clock your ass with a counter right hand, and then your ass is a little wobbly, and he's sticking his tongue out and shit. So we saw with even with Sean Porter, I was very impressed, to be honest, until Sean Porter started lunging and ran into that shot. Sean Porter did a pretty good job avoiding those wide punches, some looping wide punches from Terence Crawford. Maybe because he's lower to the ground and whatever, but he did a very good job with that. So the one thing that I'm a little wary about, I'll be honest, with Errol Spence is getting caught with that counter right hand, him coming in and getting caught with that counter hook that Terence Crawford throws. But besides that, to be honest, this fight is a big fight for both of these guys, and I believe that the more disciplined fighter is Errol Spence out of both. Terence Crawford, I think he's more of the pure boxer, and he has more tools in the toolbox, but that's not everything when it comes to fighting all the time. What I see is that this is a big fight, and the person who's the most durable and the most disciplined is going to win the fight, and that's why I give the edge to Errol Spence, because we're not going to see him lunging in there the way Sean Porter did when he got countered. Coach brought up a good point again with the reach. Oh no, I'm sorry. I got to give it to Ricky. Ricky brought up a good point again with the reach. How did he hurt Sean Porter? He has to catch you at the end of it's not up close. He has to catch you at the end of his shots. That's where his power is at.
He caught him with a check hook though.
Well,
It was
kind of like an uppercut, kind of with the
that's
left.
imposing that he got to fight a totally different fight other than what we've seen him fight to win this fight. And no, I don't believe he has to fight any other fight. No, you're not gonna tell me that Errol can't be timed with that type of head movement. No, you're not gonna tell me that type of pressure can't be timed. And then you got the factor that it's only in one style. You understand? So once you factor in those three things, and you have to factor in the fact that the other person has his prime characteristic is his counter and ability and his timing, then for him to have to impose the pace of the fight, you understand, and have to continuously make Errol reset his line, and you understand that's a different work rate than we've ever seen him have. So I don't agree with that. That's a fight that he have to fight to win.
I just don't. I can't. The reason I disagree with your stance there is only because Terence Crawford hasn't fought anybody even close to Errol Spence's work rate. Not even close.
Errol Spence has.
We could say, well, I mean, Terence Crawford don't have a high work rate. You could say, if you ask me counter puncher, I might say Ugas, but I believe Terence Crawford's skill set is better than Ugas.
Kell Brooker was a better when at the time when Errol fought him. He was a better counter puncher than Ugas. Okay.
Oh, I mean that may be fair. That may be fair. But what I'm saying is, in terms of the work rate, this is and I keep bringing up being disciplined and emotional in the fight. Errol Spence's work rate
again stopped by Triple G.
Errol Spence's work rate is going to break some of Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford fights a very disciplined fight if he's outside and he's tagging you and he's moving around and he's doing this and he's able to set the pace. But as soon as you touch Terence Crawford, his discipline goes out the window. His ego shows up and he wants to fight. And with the type of work rate that Errol Spence has, that's going to happen quite often.
But with the type of finishing ability that Terence has, I might want to fight to break out. Shit, he stop him when a fight break out.
Okay.
He stop his man 10 straight times.
Yeah, he stopped a wild ass Sean Porter when the fight broke out. You talking about a dude?
Hold on.
He stopped 9 fighters before that.
Let's cut that shit out. He ain't stopped Sean.
Well, I'm talking about Kenny Porter, of course. He knocked him down.
Had to put your key in the door, huh?
Nah, Kenny stopped him.
What I'm talking about knocking him down was because Sean Porter
he knocked him down with a chest shot the first time. But the first time he hit him in the chest. The second
lost
time,
all his discipline.
I gotta agree with that. Like Sean gave it up. Bud didn't take it. Sean gave it up. It's a difference. Right. It's a difference.
Errol Spence go up in there and he take.
We can dissect it however we want. The fact of the matter is,
I'm not saying Bud don't have a shot, dog, but I'm telling you right now, if he get into
9 straight fighters when he got in the fights, if y'all take off Sean for 9 straight fights before that, when he break out in the fight, he win that fight. So bro, I may be inclined to say I want the fight to break out.
Okay, well then you're gonna want your man to get fucked up because of the fact of none of those fucking fighters that you're talking about are close to Errol Spence's fucking status and his ability. And
his ability to fight.
And his fucking work rate. See, when you got a guy, the reason why I keep saying this over and over about he need to use his jab to offset Errol Spence and use his reach. And the reason I say that is because his work rate, if he gets inside, he gonna pin you, he gonna control your head, he's gonna fucking start banging you to the body, he gonna beat you upstairs and downstairs, and you don't have a choice. See, this is what people say. Ugas didn't look like himself. No, he didn't look like himself because he was in there with Errol Spence. Because of the things that Errol Spence do, he had to get on a defensive. He had to try to protect himself to keep himself from getting knocked out because he can't keep up with the work rate and he takes you out of your character. And I'm saying this with Bud. if Bud don't use the jab and reset Errol Spence, and Errol Spence get that fucking snowball rolling downhill, by the
with
time
that
the fight
head
is over, it's
movement,
gonna turn
he's
into
not.
a fucking mountain. I'm telling
But
you,
with
bro.
that head movement, he's not able to be
Bro,
countered.
he
Errol
blocked a
Spence
lot of
can't be
shit and he
countered.
uses his
He's able to
legs.
be
Man, come on, man.
no,
I mean,
Okay,
everyone's able to be
Man,
countered.
come
But
on. Okay,
OTB,
then. So
I'm
let's
not
be
saying,
realistic
I'm not
about
saying
this shit.
but
OTB. Listen,
OTB.
I'm not saying Errol not gonna get hit in the fight. Of course he's gonna get hit in the fucking fight. But the thing is this: we know Errol got a fucking chin. We know this. But don't
We
go
know
up in here
Errol
like
just
Bud.
dropped his
Don't go up in
mouthpiece
here
like he
like
dropped
Bud ain't gonna
$100
get fucking hit
after
too.
he had dental
That
surgery.
don't mean you don't have a chin.
We know
'cause
that.
that
But
don't
We
mean,
don't know
You
how
know
he
this.
gonna
I
even
mean,
respond
but
to getting hit.
Lucas,
We
I tell
still
you
gotta
what.
see him
Tell me a fighter that
respond to
punch,
getting hit.
tell me a
That's a
fighter
fact.
that Bud fought that punch hard as Errol Spence.
We
Go ahead,
still
I'll
gotta
wait.
see him. You not worried about his response to getting hit
Okay,
after what
this
you
is
just seen?
hold
Yeah,
on.
you
This
can
is
say
what
the
I
mouthpiece
asked you.
fell out against Danny Garcia, but
Why
we
he
have
fucking
to
look for his
admit we're
mouthpiece? He
worried
fucking
about
did
that.
something
yeah, but
stupid.
you
So what?
you talking about
That's
his
not the
chin.
point. The point
Look,
I'm trying to ask you is this: tell
We
me
talk.
one fighter, OTB. Tell me one fighter that Terence Crawford fought that punches like Errol Spence.
We've already established both of them have characteristics that the other one don't, that the other one opponents don't have in their resume.
That ain't answer
So
what
at
I
this
asked.
point, I could ask you the same question.
no, but you got to answer the question.
And the
You
answer
agree
gonna
on
be the
now.
same. The answer the same for both people.
Right. But this is what we also saw. Lesser punchers have hurt Terence
Fucking
Crawford.
point.
No. Lesser punchers have hurt Terence Crawford, and I mean hurt him. So what I'm saying is if he get into
But
a
we just
fire
established at the point in Errol Spence's career who he was hurt by. Come on, y'all.
no, I'm
He
asking
was
you what
hurt
you
in his
said.
8th fight. That wasn't no elite fighter who he was
Errol
fighting.
got hurt.
I remember when
early in
Errol was.
this was early in his career.
The dude he fought was 16
then
and 0,
he
and
was-
he was 8 and 0.
Emmanuel Larte hurt him. Yeah, he hurt
Larte.
him. Larte hurt him. But since now, how many fights ago was that? Fuck, I can't count. A lot of fights ago.
20 fights ago.
Okay, so it's 20 fights ago. How many fights ago was Bud hurt?
About 3. Mean
There you
Machine.
go.
Machine. It was Mean Machine.
I ain't even go back to Gamboa because Gamboa
Mean
had
Machine
him looking
broke
like a
Porter.
deer,
So
a
3
baby
fights
deer.
ago.
I'm not even going to that. Now, this is my, like I said, if you get in a firefight, not saying Bud can't land that punch, not saying that. But 9 out of 10 times, Bud needs to go up in there and use his jab and win the fight. Fuck what you saying, OTB, trying to knock Errol Spence out. He needs to go in there.
Good.
He needs to go in there and win the fight.
Yep.
That shit
trying to knock
sound
Errol
good,
Spence
but,
out, because you
but
know
we
what?
ain't never seen him fight that fight. That's not his fight. That's him
Bruh,
fighting Errol's fight.
Listen,
You're
he
not
was
gonna beat
boxing
Errol
Kell
at
Brooks.
his
Okay,
fight.
until he caught Kell Brooks, was he winning the fight?
Nope.
No,
he was losing. So
he was
now
losing.
You getting in there
so
with a
now
fucking
you
dude who
telling
fucked
him
that
to
dude
go
up.
in this fight and fight totally different?
No, I'm telling
not
you
worried
this.
if he's losing against
No,
Errol
that's
Spence
not what I'm
when
saying.
they
That's
fight.
not what I'm saying.
I'm
OTB.
not worried.
That's not what I'm saying, OTB. What I'm saying is this: to offset the work rate of Errol Spence, he has to use his fucking jab. That's all I'm saying.
We don't
to
see him do
offset
that,
the
though,
work
Coach.
rate, because Bud is, I'm telling you, he ain't gonna be able to keep pace, bro. If he get into a firefight, he's not gonna be able to keep pace, bro.
He's gonna get
You
broken.
can see it. You know what you love, Bud.
He's
He's
broken.
not going to fucking be able to keep pace with the, because he ain't never had to. How the fuck
Right.
you gonna just? That's like me saying, you know what? I'm gonna go jump in a fucking plane and I'm just gonna fly that bitch. It ain't gonna happen.
He's a counter puncher. He's needing that timing. He need to digest every time, all 60 times that you throw that Errol throw them. Errol throw jabs at a ridiculous rate, y'all.
Right.
Almost 40 to 60 fucking jabs a round. You don't think it's easier for me to time that?
No.
Why would I eliminate the best thing that I have?
Because it's coming
and
from different angles and different. It's coming from different angles and it's coming from different parts. Sometimes it's a jab coming from the bottom. Sometimes a jab coming from the top. Sometimes he moving. He not just standing. You saying he just don't move his head. He get his head off the line, or he uses himself to protect us. He uses hands to protect himself. What I'm trying to tell you
a lot
is
of shots.
I'm not trying to tell you.
And that's what
I'm telling you is
and
this.
that's what everybody say. Oh, he parry and he catch a lot of shots.
He do.
He eat a lot of them too.
No, he do not.
Stop
Terence
that.
Crawford get more than Errol Spence do.
Now let me ask you this question, OTB. When he was fighting Kell Brook in 3 rounds, his fucking right eye swole up, right? Yes or no?
Yeah.
His fucking right eye swole the fuck up. Now you talking about him up 3 rounds. Now imagine going fucking 10-11 with Errol Spence with that fucking jab. That's why I said you got a jab to fucking make him off, to offset Errol. And I ain't talking about no measuring jab. I'm talking about
jab 2 times and close the distance.
Okay. I just hope they don't
tear
have
your ass up.
For your sake, I hope they don't have that fucking idea that he gonna outwork Errol.
So
tell me
that when you see a Terence Crawford jab at 74 inch with an almost 4 to 6 inch advantage on you, because
he don't fucking use it.
So that's
he don't use it.
I'm just saying, if you don't see that jab, you're not gonna tell him to double jab to close the distance and keep him in the pocket.
He don't use it. You jab and move your fucking feet.
Yo, I gotta get ready to wrap it up. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get ready to wrap this up. But in the words of my brother Ricky Williams, make the fucking fight. I don't care about none of that. Make the fucking fight. With that being said, like I said, I got to get ready to wrap it up. A hell of a show, hell of a panel, like always. I'm gonna get everybody's last words, and then we're gonna get up out of here because Coach and the Queen, they got their show and coming on tonight, and he gonna let y'all know what time, and we're gonna be over there cooking tonight, like I said. But let me go to W right side. Man, I forgot you was in the building. W right side.
Right side. Quiet as hell.
Y'all was cooking, man. It's all good, man. But shit, man, y'all sub to the channel, man. I need a few more. I'm gonna start going live my damn self.
Drop the link, W right side.
Yeah, drop your link, shit, man. You tripping.
I'm in the damn car. I can't drop that shit right there. My bad. But next time I got you.
Everybody know where to go sub to.
Yeah, now it's Dub_right side, man. Y'all see the name, you feel me? Go hit the sub button, man, and we're gonna start doing some lives over there. Appreciate you, key, as always. Ricky Williams, Kwame, Coach, OTB, much love to y'all fellas, and we'll definitely rock again.
Yes, sir. And make sure that y'all go sub to W right side, and that's Dub_right side.
No underscore, Dub right side.
Oh, no underscore. Well, it popped up when I put the underscore, so shit. It's gonna still bring you to his channel. So Dub right side. Go sub to Dub right side. But let me see who next. Who we got next? I think that's Coach.
Hey man, appreciate you as always, my brothers. It's always fun to talk boxing. Tonight, like I said, we're gonna do a couples corner with my wife, and y'all come through with y'all significant others, and we could talk about relationships. So we're gonna do more than boxing. That's why it's called Glove Up Boxing and More. On Fridays, this is the plan. And I'll be dropping boxing videos and going live during the weeks to come. So, man, y'all come on and have a good time, bro. Get y'all a nice smooth drink with your lady and come on through, bro.
And his link is pinned in the chat. So everybody look at the chat, look at the link that's pinned in the chat, click on the link and click subscribe. Easy as that. His link is already pinned in my chat.
Y'all gonna hear our story, bro. Y'all gonna hear our story tonight.
That's what's up, Coach.
Yeah. And then let me see who we got next. We got OTB boxing class. OTB, you're gonna have to bring one of your women in there.
Yeah. I'm in the process of talking to we about to chop it up and see if both of them can make it, man. We're gonna see if we could get it in, man. See if we can bring See if we can bring a different perspective. You feel me?
That's why you can't see this fight, right? Because you tired juggling them two women, nigga.
See what y'all don't know is it's a certain level of our masculinity that'll never allow us to really be entwined with them. That's why women are always entwined with women. You feel me? So everything in life is balanced. You dig? But yeah, we definitely had OTB boxing class 1-on-1. Man, big bro Rick, man, that was a hell of a show last night. Saudi, I missed it. Man, I'm definitely got you tapped in, man. I'm on the schedule now, man. But I apologize for missing it because I gave you my word I would be there. But I checked it out, man. Y'all go check that out. That was a hell of a show he had last night, man. I don't know if me and Kwame on tonight. Kwame will let y'all know. Then he'll let me know if we gonna cook tonight. But yeah, man, we had a nice show tonight, man. My co-host from the Ohio show, he on the road this week promoting with his other boxers because he be promoting with boxers and shit. So I definitely did still have a good show. Y'all go check that out today. And they pulled the Ray Vargas film. I apologize about that. They contacted me and told me CBS bought the re-airing rights to a lot of those PBC fights. You know what I mean? So as much as we got the relationship with PBC and ESPN and DAZN, now we got to try and build one with CBS, or I just got to be more careful about the film I pick. But I apologize about that. It was done, wrapped up in the both of y'all. I definitely liked everything I seen, man. I'm going to pick Mark Magsayo in that fight too, man, in case y'all already touched on it. I got
knockout or decision.
Man, I got Mark Magsayo by stoppage or either a decision, but I plan on him landing the bigger blows. I think that Ray Vargas, with him, I think that his legs gonna go late in the fight, and he lunges out and drops his hands a lot. He drops his hands too much for my liking. For such a tall fighter, he don't really fight behind his height. Yeah, I mean, he really want to go in there and trade blows and punch with you. You understand? He is the better boxer out of him and Mark Magsayo, so he can win this fight. As much as I pick Magsayo, it's a 50-50 fight, but I pick Magsayo because of his ability to fight behind his height. I hate fighters who that tall and don't fight with that length. You know what I mean? He want to go in there and punch it out with you. But I apologize about that film once again, man. But y'all just got my breakdown. So definitely get the OTB boxing class. We working. Shout out to TWT. We on all the networks, man. We jumping around. Like Kano say, we going live when we feel like it. So make sure you hit that bell notification. Shout out to Bread Man and Devin Alexander reaching out to me. Man, I appreciate that. Appreciate the flowers from the greats, man. So I'll close out on that, man. Appreciate you, Key, birthing me as a channel, bro. Appreciate that, man.
Yes, sir. No doubt.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Key. Hey, your boy
I appreciate
Frank
you too,
on this card too, huh?
Yeah. It's gonna be a good card. You got Frank Martin fighting Jackson Marinez, who fought against Rowley. Jackson got a hell of a jab, so y'all look forward to watching how Frank Martin deal with that jab and how he closed the distance and get Jackson to fight his fight. Look, you understand? And then you also gonna have Brandon Figueroa showing out. We gonna see him for the first time against Akhmadov. That's gonna be a good fight.
No, he fighting. He fighting
Castro.
He fighting Castro.
Yeah.
Okay. He fighting. Okay, but yeah, I look forward to seeing him in his first outing since he fight Cool Boy Steph, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, good fight card.
Yes, sir. Lord to the gang, man. Let me get your closing words before we get up out of here.
Always, man. Salute to the chat. Definitely salute to the panel. Same thing here, man. Salute to Keon too, helping birth my channel as well. Definitely appreciate all the love and support. Tonight we won't have the show. I told you OTB. I gotta pick my wife up from work on Friday night, so that kind of interrupts that. But
when you get back home,
what's that?
Our show. When you get back home, come to our show.
Oh, I'm gonna be on your show when I go to pick her up. So you don't gotta worry about that. I like the relationship stuff. I'm married, you know what I'm saying? So I can use all the help I can get. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, with this fight, Definitely can't wait for it to happen. I truly believe it's going to happen. We all have our dogs in the fight, but these guys are both two great warriors, and the sport of boxing wins no matter what. Once this fight happens, so we'll see history either way. So with that, I'm out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And Mr. Make the fucking fight,
Yes,
Ricky
sir.
Williams.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. Shout out to the panel, man. My boy OTB, loyal to the game boxing coach. What's happening, man? Right side, man. Just support boxing, man. It don't matter who you like, how you like them, man. It's all the sport we love, man. Let's keep it going. I do got a channel, Ricky Williams Boxing. Check me out on Mondays. It's really just now Mondays and Thursdays. Thursdays, the special show, man. Fighter ratings, man. That's an open panel. Come through, click the link, man. Give your fighter his number, man. We average it out, and then we rate your favorite fighters, man. Shit, I think that's it, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a good fight. I mean, I think people don't understand really how big this fight is, man. Like, Bud, if he can pull it off, man, that man, 2-time undisputed, right? In a 4-belt era. That's something special. You know what I'm saying? EJ Wynn, like I think he is, he's undisputed. And again, that's another undisputed under, you know, that man, Derek, that man, that coach down there, Derek James, man. You know what I'm saying? Make the fucking fight, bro. Right. Just make the fight, man. Stop gas high as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Every time you look up, airplane prices going higher and shit, man. Make the fight, bro, so we can lock this in, man, and get the best value for our dollar right now, man. It's rare we get the fights that as a fight fans we want to see when we want to see them. And I think that's the biggest issue with this. You know, no matter who you got to win or lose, man, somebody gonna have a heart broke that night. It's simply what it is, man. But make the fucking fight, bro, so the people that's spending the money, you know what I'm saying, that they trying to split up and, you know, spending the money on these $70 t-shirts and shit like that, man, so we can get our money right and get it done, man, and actually be a part of history instead of just looking at it on TV, man. And that's all I got, man. Key, as always, love, man. I hope to see you again next Thursday, man. And that's all I got, man. It's your boy. Y'all know who it is.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is
and we are.
Yeah, and y'all make sure that y'all go hit that rerun on that fighter ratings that Ricky had on his channel last night. That whole show was fire. But yeah, I appreciate everybody for coming through, showing love, everybody that commented, everybody in the super chat, everybody on the panel. Another dope show. Make sure that y'all don't miss Coach's show tonight at 8 p.m. Central Time. That's 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and that's 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Make sure that y'all don't miss that. We'll be over there tonight. And y'all already know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again. And I'm gone. Appreciate everybody.